Misfits and dope addicts are here.
Yeah. So there's been apparently there was some controversy about this song before I came into the studio today.
Not that song.
So I'm the with the selection of the song.
Yes.
Okay, Carrie.
On this day,
Right. Okay.
Queen and David Bowie released Under Pressure 36 years ago.
Excellent. I don't know how there could be a better choice of a song.
Carrie comes in this morning and says, JFK, help me think of a song because of the JFK
Papers that they're
papers.
releasing
Today.
Yeah. And I said, which I thought was the perfect, I gave him two perfect suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The first one being Cult of Personality, because not only the theme of the song fits, but JFK's voice is in the song.
Okay.
I countered with Cult of Personality is more of an overreaching manipulation of the public type of theme,
Which is happening.
as opposed to spies and
Right.
assassinations.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So then I'm like, okay, you don't like that idea?
Okay, what's the other one?
Dead Kennedys.
Just the name of the band was
Yeah,
not.
no, that
Didn't you know?
no,
What?
no,
We're talking about
no.
I mean, you'd have been better off saying "Glad I'm Not a Kennedy" by
Yeah.
what is her name? Who did that?
Sinead?
Not,
No,
was it,
not
was it
Sinead.
Sinead?
I don't know.
No, I
Female
can't remember.
vocalist.
I can't remember either.
I gave you two perfectly good
no,
ones.
No. There are better choices. None come to mind right
No,
now.
there aren't.
So this is
His
Spies.
voice is in it.
Spies, conspiracy theory, assassinations. That's more what I was looking for.
yeah.
But I went to On This Day.
You went the easy route.
Because I was tired of thinking
You
about
went
it.
the easy route.
And I'm sorry, it's probably hurting your head now too, isn't it? Because it's hurting mine. So I was just looking up. So if you just do assassination songs, what happens?
What happens?
Well,
What do you get?
Google assassination songs, you get.
I bet a lot of Martin Luther King stuff.
Boy, I don't know. I don't know any of these. The Misfits, a song called "Bullet."
Oh, that's a good one.
That's recommended songs about assassination from the Guardian. Recommended songs.
Might
songs
we
about,
suggest?
Oh well,
Shona Lang.
Shona Lang. That's right.
Glad I'm not a Kennedy.
No, that was not a better idea than the Dead Kennedys or Cult of Personality.
Supernaut by Black Sabbath.
Oh, yeah.
We have Supernaut by Thousand Homo DJs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, see.
Let's see.
We should have looked into it a little bit better, I guess.
No, this would not have been a better idea. Carrie,
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this is not.
No.
Yeah. We used to play that a lot.
No.
But I love that. I had not really heard Under Pressure for a long time, and that is so great. I guess it's Freddie Mercury in the background. Who is it doing the?
Well, it's David Bowie and Queen. It's mostly Freddie Mercury, but Bowie is there singing.
Man, it's good. All right, I guess we ought to get this thing.
The song
over
is consistently voted as one of the best songs of the '80s.
Yeah, well, it's terrific. All right.
Doesn't have anything to do with the Kennedy.
No.
No,
it's on this
no,
day.
it has to do with the fact that it was released 30 years ago.
36.
36 years ago. And of course, there are people out there going on saying, I thought that was Ice Ice Baby.
Nope.
There are people who still think that.
Look into it.
Yeah.
Google
All right.
it.
Let's. This is not the official part of the beginning of the show. None of this counts anyway.
Nope.
So let's just move on from this unpleasantness.
Not a damn.
But you can
To
get ready to
Mattress
call.
Firm.
You can get ready to call for check-ins though.
yeah. Yes.
877-602-9696. We're giving away White Rabbit, Red Rabbit tickets. I'll tell you about that when we come back.
Yeah, and check in and tell us how you're doing today. 877-602-9696. Or if you have an idea for an assassination song or a song that would fit the Kennedy. Papers.
Now here's Corey saying, Teen Angst, Cracker, what the world needs now is another folk singer like I Need a Hole in My Head. That's a very tenuous.
That's
tenuous.
No.
So you're not quite there, Corey.
That's as big a reach as Gina was making. So, all right. So anyway, this is making me want to go back to bed. I know. In my mattress firm, boy, I slept well last night. I just and I would wake up a little bit, and then I'd find myself, the way I have this adjustable bed for Mattress Firm, it's like I could curl up in a big hand.
Well, that's what I've been discovering with my new mattress is that I'm getting enough sleep. When the alarm goes off at 3 a.m., I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I just
Don't wanna move.
would just love to stay there longer.
And I think people are hearing us talk about this going, man, you should go on and on about your mattress. That's because you don't have a new mattress. You've probably had
Exactly.
your same mattress for 10 years or more.
So a Mattress Firm is having their fall asleep sale. Replace your mattress. And if you go to Mattress Firm and buy a new Beauty Rest World Class mattress, you'll get another mattress for 50% off, so you can put one in the guest room or your kid's room.
Yeah, don't-
or give it to your mom and dad.
Yeah, exactly. Give it to your mom and dad. Don't go cheap on the guest room mattress. Don't do that to your guests.
Yeah, they have all kinds of mattresses in all kinds of price ranges. If you want to find a Mattress Firm store, they're everywhere. Just go to mattressfirm.com.
The X96 Toyota Nightmare Before Xmas is coming.
Don't miss Dashboard Confessional December 4th at the Complex.
Radio from Hell with Carrie, Bill, and Gina. 96.3 FM, X96.
I got caught in an embarrassing moment this morning
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear.
here at work. Already, I've been at work about an hour now, and already caught in an embarrassing moment.
Are you saving it?
No, I'll tell you right now. I came in the back door, as I always do. I kind of hope Chris is listening. I don't know Chris's last name.
Mancow.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Mancow.
sure.
Yeah. So Chris is a board operator here in the building, and he tends to another radio station. He's a very nice guy, very quiet guy, very shy, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Probably if he's hearing this, is embarrassed to hell that I'm even mentioning him on the radio. He's a very shy guy. So So I come in the building this morning, and I'm walking down the long corridor there, and there down at the end of the corridor is a copy machine. And on the copy machine is sitting a big, it's like a briefcase, suitcase kind of thing.
Okay.
It looks like a toolbox, but not metal. It's a
Okay.
fabric kind of stuff. What do they call that? Cordova. No. Anyway. So it's a big case with buckles on it and everything. And it's sitting there it's just out of place. It's odd. I've never seen it sitting there before. It's sitting, what is that? I think to myself. So then I think.
How curious were you?
I open it up and start rifling through it. Look at this. Look at this. And I mean, there was nothing particularly strange
Wait a minute,
in there.
you saw someone's luggage lying around and you just opened it?
Well, yeah.
Didn't you learn anything from the announcements at the airport?
Or anything from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
God.
But I thought in my mind, maybe the reason I opened it is I thought, I wonder if because it looks like one of those things that the copy guy brings with his tools in it.
Okay.
To repair the copier. But I start going through it, and it's obviously somebody's briefcase. It's got some CDs in there, library books. There's an orange.
Yeah.
I went through it pretty extensive. No, I didn't. I didn't.
Sounds like you
bottom
cataloged
there.
all of the stuff in there.
This is all stuff that I could sort of see right there. And as I'm kind of going through it, Chris comes up the hall the other way and goes, "Hey, that's mine." And I went, "Oh,
I'm sorry."
I thought it was the copy guys.
Because if it was the copy guys, that would have been okay to go.
Well,
through.
it was my duty to investigate as a junior TSA trainee.
TSA, which really does mean to stand around. I'm just convinced of it.
No. So sorry, I apologize to Chris, and I'll apologize again. But just, I'm just standing there going through his stuff, and here comes the shyest guy in the building going, "Hey!"
X96.3 and X96.com. Radio from Hell Show on X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
All right.
I guess we should officially begin the program now.
Officially beginning the program, brought to you by the Black Diamond Store. Their annual fall sale and swap starts Friday, October 27th, runs through Sunday the 29th. Black Diamond Store, 2092 East, 3900 South.
I can see that people are just very eager to check in with the Radio from Hell show this morning because all of the lines are absolutely dead.
Oh, my goodness.
877-602-9696 is the number to use to call and check in. Somebody will win some tickets to White Rabbit. Red Rabbit, we'll tell you about that in a second. But first, let's tell you that the moon is a waxing crescent moon, 36.8% of full. It will rise today at 1:47 p.m. Today being Thursday, it's the 26th day of October in the year of our Lord 2017, and this is North America's most amphibious morning radio broadcast.
We are.
It's the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio, Kerry Jackson. Hi. I'm Bill Allred. And that's over there chuckling like a little old man is Gina Marie Barberi, the senior executive producer and lady-in-waiting to the Radio from Hell show is Richard Thomas Stedman. Dylan Allred is producing video for the show, which you can see at x96.com/live, where you will see us live in the studio, and you will also see photos and things accompanying the news and other bits that we bring up. Nick's your buddy, Nick's your pal, helping out today. Check-ins.
Check-ins brought to you by White Rabbit, Red Rabbit, a slyly humorous and audaciously pointed where theater and entertainment meets social experiment. It doesn't make sense. We won't know till we're there. Starring Bill Allred on November 4th.
Which I don't make sense until I'm there either.
And runs through December 2nd. Different readers for each performance. Go to utahpresents.org for tickets.
And if you're checking in and you win a pair of those tickets, tell us that you're the person who won them. We'd like to know that.
Let's begin the check-ins. Let's start with Michael.
Oh, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hi. Good morning. Thanks for letting me listen.
It's our pleasure, Michael. What are you doing today?
I'm just headed to work in Salt Lake. I work at Big West as a contractor, so.
You are, in fact, a contractor, or you work for a contractor?
I work for a contracting company.
Yeah, and so are you building something?
Actually, today I think I'm going to be helping them with an excavation site, just burying some pipes.
Maybe you'll find some bones.
That'd be exciting, wouldn't it?
That's what I would always
I don't
think.
know. We found trash and oil and all sorts of stuff like that before, so it wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
But when you find bones, aren't you supposed to call somebody stop work?
That is supposed to put a stop to the excavation.
Yeah.
So my guess is that a lot of people just go, hide them. We got them. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's essentially my Friday, so you guys don't have to put any effort in.
All right,
Okay.
Michael. Thanks for
Michael.
checking in.
Michael is not going to comment on the whole bones
No,
situation.
that means
wise.
it's totally
Move
happened.
on. Move on.
No, it does. I'm
Totally
sure it
happened.
does.
Yep. Trevor. Hello, Trevor.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Trevor, do people call you Trev on occasion?
No, but for a short time I went by TC in high school because there were like 4 other Trevors.
4 other Trevors.
Oh, God. Huh.
You should have stuck with
crazy.
TC.
Yeah. So what's up, Trevor?
So I'm your fire sprinkler friend of the program who works occasionally in Sister Daddy's neck of the woods.
You sound like you have a fire right now. Your phone's all crackly.
Crackly.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's our phone. I've noticed a bunch of them doing it lately. Well, anyway, go ahead, Trevor.
Well, I'm only working a half day, so you guys can work a half day.
So we could leave at 8.
Yeah, you guys can leave right at 8.
Get the best ofs ready for 8 o'clock.
Okay.
All right?
Well, so
Thanks.
far.
Thanks, Trevor.
All
And
right.
then I'm actually going to Vegas, and you guys have been saying to get cheap tickets day of. Where do I do that?
Cheap tickets day of
Let's
in
get
Las
our
Vegas.
Las Vegas expert is Dylan Allred. He'll have to come in and talk to address this.
I don't know
Because
exactly.
I know we've talked about New York, how you get cheap tickets day of.
Is there a place to get cheap tickets day of in Las Vegas, Dylan?
Yes.
Where?
Tix for tonight.
Tix for tonight?
Yep. It's there are several booths all up and down the strip. You can just Google it with their locations. There's 4 or 5 of them on the strip.
Is it TIX, the number 4?
TIX for the number. Probably tonight is
TONITE.
TONITE because you know they're
That's
cool
the way
and
I
stuff.
spell it. I've always spelled it that way.
All right.
And you get, I mean, they do. They have good circ shows and stuff, but you just got to kind of gamble because it's Vegas. See what they have the day of the show.
All right. There you go.
Definitely go see Penn and Teller.
Yes.
Awesome. Sounds great. And then I also wanted to say, Terry, try a meatloaf grilled cheese sandwich. Gina, try dried banana chips. And then Bill, if you could punch me in the face, pour me a drink, and take the bottle.
Wow.
Well, I could do that, but I'm interested in that meatloaf and grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, that sounds
as
great.
well.
I'm going to do that.
All right, thanks, Trevor.
Thank you.
All right.
That's an unholy combination is what that
You
is.
got Carrie all excited.
I like Trevor.
I do too. Mr. Wadahop is here.
Hey.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Morning.
What's the plan?
I just headed into work, smoking a cigar.
A cigar, an early morning cigar.
Good for you.
What?
Why does cigar seem like after work thing, not a before work thing.
There are some,
get you going.
There are
Okay.
some people who do, just cigar. What kind of cigar are you smoking?
I am smoking a Lord Blackburn.
That sounds like a working man's cigar.
Well, that sounds like something
Well,
we can't
that's
say
what
on the
I am.
radio.
How much? Give me a Lord Blackburn, will you, lady? What is the cost of a single Lord Blackburn cigar?
I can get 50 of them for about $30.
Oh, that's all right. All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to spend a whole bunch of money, guys.
Well, I can tell that you're a man who enjoys a cheap cigar.
I was going to say, I don't know much about cigars, but from what I do know from my brother-in-law,
Yeah.
that's a cheap cigar.
That's a cheap
Okay.
cigar.
I also got the tickets, by the way. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
good
Looking
for you.
forward to it.
All right, we'll see you on the 4th
Thank
then.
All right, see you guys.
Yeah, see you.
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
How are you?
We're fine, but the question is, how, Lisa, are you, and what is your plan for the day?
Don't really want to tell you where I work because nobody likes us.
Okay.
Nobody you're the
You work
IRS.
IRS.
IRS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mostly called to tell Gina to go to the store and get a deer shed for your dog to play with, and you will never have to buy another toy again.
Get a what?
A
deer?
A deer shed.
A deer shed.
That's an
It's
antler.
their horn shed.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
deer
will
shed.
chew on that forever.
Really?
And yes.
Where
that's
can you
it.
buy deer sheds, Lisa?
I found mine at Smith's for
Oh.
like $11,
All right.
and she's not destroyed a toy sin.
I will try it. Thanks for
Okay.
the doggy
welcome.
tip.
Thanks for.
And you went to St. Joseph. Did you know Mr. Favero?
Of course.
He's my dad.
Oh, everybody loved Mr. Favero. Everybody's
yeah.
favorite.
All right. Lisa.
Yeah, he's a
Thank
good
you.
teacher.
All right, Lisa. Thanks for
gotta go.
checking in. And Lisa,
Thank you.
by the way, at the IRS there, if you happen to see my tax form, just
Actually, if you happen to see Trump's tax form, that's the one. That's the one we all want to see.
No, I need help.
You guys
So
just want me to get fired.
No, we don't.
Oh,
Anyway.
Lisa, we'll see.
see you, Lisa.
Thanks,
I
Lisa.
need 80%. Thanks.
Oh, 80. Okay. Good morning, lords and lady. Vicky and the Angel checking in. It's Thirsty Thursday. So we just need enough to get through the day for a whiskey and a Coke later.
That's so nice. They have those theme shows.
I do.
love
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Let's see. Dustin, the vending machine guy, checking in. Got an easy day today, 50%. The Sage of Cheese is checking in. Inventory day. I'm making good time, and I will probably leave early. I think you guys should too. Tim, the tree guy, Meg, the manager.
Mark checking in, driving to work, need 10% today because I got a hot date with my wife at Fear Factory tonight.
Oh, wow. Ogden shut in. Faye. Old man Jenkins checking in. Well, all right.
I just tell you, the couple that's got the hot date at Fear Factory, if a gigantic clown tries to assault you in any way, just say, "Little Bill, enough of that,"
Back off.
and he'll leave you alone.
Back off, little Bill.
All right, we got Big Boy News and Pinuendo coming up next. Also, Geek News on the radio. Thor Ragnarok tickets to give away as well.
Oh, you want some traffic, do you?
Yes, if you have.
Expect delays for about 30 minutes southbound. This is on Front Runner from Murray Central to Provo. They're having some mechanical issues, apparently. So for Provo commuters, there's a heads up for you. UHP is conducting a freeway slowdown in Centerville. A truck pulling a trailer went off the road approaching Parish Lane. That's traffic. Brought to you by Snowbird. They're hosting their annual Customer Appreciation Days Saturday and Sunday. Receive a complimentary aerial tram ride with a 3-can donation to the Utah Food Bank or $6 donation to Wasatch Adaptive Sports. Details at snowbird.com.
All right, thank you.
Now, I think I'm going to do this on Saturday.
What are you going to do?
The Day of the Dead celebration out at the West Valley Cultural Center, the Utah Cultural Celebration Center is what it's called.
You should take your whole family. This is a great family
People
activity.
are looking into this, yeah.
Yeah, I got tickets for everybody, and I know at least my wife and I and probably our daughter will go.
Well, the Day of the Dead is a long-standing celebration that it's gaining new focus.
There's a new Disney movie coming out
Coco.
about
Yeah,
it.
celebrated mainly in Mexico by people of Mexican heritage living in the U.S. and Canada. Don't confuse it with Halloween, though. It's not about that. It's about gathering with your family and your friends to pray for and remember friends and relatives who have died. And often you'll see local cemeteries here now. You'll see Mexican families in particular, And they set up lawn chairs and tables, and they have picnics around the graves of their loved
They
ones.
celebrate them.
I think it's a great tradition.
Now, it's not meant to be scary or macabre, but it's joyous and reflective and a celebratory, playful thing. So bring a day to the whole family, enjoy traditional food, music, dance, and crafts and activities. Admission kids under 12 and students are free. There is a La Catrina competition for prizes, and adult beverages will be sold. It's the it's the Day of the Dead celebration this Saturday, 11 to 6 at the Utah Cultural Celebration Center, which is at 1355 West, 3100 South in West Valley. Are we giving away tickets for this?
Later.
We got some later.
Okay.
All right.
Want music? Listen at 10 for a 1 hour non-stop music wingding on X96.
I could talk about this now because my wife's Christmas party is over, the one that she has at work. And one of the deals is they do a white elephant every year, and it's an exchange, and then they do that. I don't know what's it called, where it's like, I'll take that, and you have this.
You do
like a big swap.
Yeah, like
What's
a
it called?
like a barter. I don't know the
Something
technical
swap?
Yeah.
Anyway. And she went on an Etsy site, and she sent for these crocheted coasters.
Cool.
That was the gift she was taking to the party.
And the reason they were funny is they were shaped like cats' butts. So they were round, and there was a
little butthole
in the middle, and then there were little legs and a tail. Okay, so someone had crocheted those.
Okay.
So she sent for 4 of those.
Okay.
Because it was like an Etsy thing, the packaging that they send is not going to be professional.
Right.
So just essentially the person stuffed them in an envelope and put them in the mail.
In fact, the cheaper you can send them, then maybe you can keep a little bit of the postage on your end. Sure.
Exactly. So we get the envelope, and it's in this plastic bag. We care.
We care.
From the Postal Service. Now, I like the Postal Service. I like our post office. I like our postal workers.
I think the U.S. mail is great.
They do a great job.
Yeah.
This envelope was soaked in some kind of chemical that smelled like paint thinner.
Huh.
But I like the fact that above the We Care, someone had taken a label maker and made the little label that says leaked on.
So there was an accident.
So there was some sort of accident with a chemical that they were mailing that smelled like turpentine.
And they put it in that plastic bag.
Yeah.
And then
So were the cat butt coasters ruined?
Surprisingly, no. She was able to get them cleaned up, and they had a slight smell of paint thinner or turpentine or whatever.
Well, that just made them better.
Yeah.
But anytime I mail a package, they ask me, "Is this flammable?" Clearly, the liquid that leaked on these cat butt coasters was flammable. Some people get to mail flammable stuff, and some do not.
Or they lie.
Or they lie.
Yeah.
But I just.
Well, it's nice. So the Postal Service rescued the.
Well, they just put it in that bag.
Oh, they put the whole envelope.
Yeah,
in
they
there.
put the whole envelope in the bag.
So it wouldn't get on other things.
So it wouldn't get on other things,
Because we care.
Sorry about your cat butt coasters. Gag gift.
Yeah.
But the other, whatever it is not going to get leaked on because we got it taken care of.
What's the fine print underneath all of that?
We sincerely regret the damage to your mail during the handling by the Postal Service. We hope this incident did not inconvenience you.
Okay.
We realize that your mail is important to you and that you have every right to expect it to be delivered in good condition.
It's not a personal message. It doesn't go into. We know these valuable cat butt coasters.
It's sincerely your plant manager, processing and distribution.
Oh, I see. Okay.
for Ragnarok tickets, but right now, big boy news and Opinioendo brought to you by
Dr. Volt's 27th anniversary sale, Saturday, October 28th. Everything in the store is 20 to 50% off. Stop in for door prizes, candy, Halloween Comic Fest, free comics at Dr. Volt's.
Yeah, they got a bunch of special Halloween comics.
Oh, nice.
For kids, so they're free.
I forgot to mention, by the way, before we go into the news, it is National Mincemeat Day.
I don't care about celebrating.
Have you ever even tasted mincemeat?
I don't trust it.
Have you ever tasted mincemeat?
No, I don't
It
trust
is delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Sounds like they're hiding something.
I'm going to go home and make a mincemeat pie. All right.
Bring me a slice.
I will.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Damn, now I have to go make the pie.
You're committed.
Yep.
News.
Yes, Gina.
Yes.
Even though you don't trust it.
Nope.
Even though you're suspicious of everything.
Yep.
Sometimes those instincts pay off, I must say. You were right.
About?
Investigators are poking holes in Sherry Papini's abducted jogger story.
Oh, she's so full of crap.
See, you. I have to hand it to you, Gina. You were right on this one. There's not many things that, the whole Trump for president thing. Not many things, but this one.
Well, when it comes to crimes, Gina's right on top of it.
The Shasta County Sheriff's Office released new details about her disappearance yesterday, saying that they have found numerous inconsistencies with Papini's account. First, authorities found that the California mom had male DNA on her clothing when she was picked up by cops, despite her claim she was kidnapped by two women. Keep that in mind. Then they discovered that an incident Papini told cops about in which she fought back against one of her captors and cut her foot apparently never happened.
Nope.
When she was being processed at the hospital, no evidence of a cut was seen. The 35-year-old went missing on November 2nd last year, about a year ago then. After going for a jog near her house, she was found 22 days later, battered and bruised on the side of the road. Now, there is no disputing that she was beaten up a bit somehow.
You can fake that.
Or your husband did it, and you don't want people to know that?
No, and I don't know if it's in the story you have there, because of course I've looked into
Of course
this.
you have.
They found text messages between her and some other man that's not her husband, and her saying, we should get together when you come to town. And
So could her husband have knocked her about because of that? You said no. Because maybe he discovered those text messages.
He's passed a lie detector test.
It says that the male DNA did not belong to her husband.
No.
Female DNA was also discovered on her body, but it failed to show up in the FBI crime database. There's still more to be gleaned from that story. But maybe she could have been abducted by this guy.
Who?
An Illinois man who was charged Monday with 2 decades-old murder of a 71-year-old woman. So 20 years ago, murdered this 71-year-old woman. He allegedly then disguised himself as the woman on multiple occasions.
How do I not know this story?
Forged her signature to cash checks. Thomas Spear was ordered held with $3 million bail on first-degree murder charges in the 1994 killing of Isla Vennard. According to the...
I'm Isla. Will you cash this check for me?
Vennard's body was found August 4, 1994, in her apartment in Liesel, located about 25 miles west of Chicago. No, it's more like, hi, my name's Isla. Can you cash this check for me?
No, I'm a little old lady.
I'm a little old lady, and you can tell I'm wearing a dress, and I have... the state attorney's office said she was killed 5 days earlier when then 20-year-old Spear broke into her apartment, confronted the 71-year-old woman. After the killing, he burglarized Vennard's apartment, took property, including her checkbook, along with her personal identification, and then on numerous occasions he disguised himself as... I'm a little old lady, okay? And forged Vennard's signature and cashed checks from her account.
But this was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Why now all of a sudden?
I don't care. I'm just glad they caught him.
Okay.
The
water's boiling.
There he is. There he is.
Thank you.
That was him right there.
Thank you for Mrs. Dow.
It's just that it was a case that they kept looking into. Her family wanted to... They solve cases that are old.
But usually it's
Never mind. Shh, quiet.
Oh, all right.
I have no doubt that this is a Doubtfire.
Oh, there's a picture of him if you go to x96.com/live.
No, it was 20 years ago when he did
This is currently. All
Yeah,
right.
this guy, no. Yeah, I know. I'm the bearded lady at the circus. That's what I am. My name's Isla Vennard.
You could, if you did it just right,
You
when
can
he
see
was
it?
when he was younger.
Yeah,
and,
when he was younger, I
put
could
on
see
some
that.
makeup and a dress, and
Okay.
and said hello. Now this is sort of a boner adjacent story. Colorado state lawmaker is now blaming the mainstream media and the mother of a Cub Scout for reviving the controversy behind comments she made in 2013 that seemingly linked higher mortality rates among African Americans to their food choices, including barbecue and fried chicken.
I blame the mainstream media for quoting me for everything that I said. It's their fault.
In an op-ed on Tuesday in the Denver Post, State Senator Vicky Marble, a Republican who represents Fort Collins, denied lying to a group of Cub Scouts during an October 9 event in Broomfield, saying 11-year-old Ames Mayfield, and she was a boner candidate because of this, or the whole situation was kicked out of his den after the event, mischaracterized her previous comments that some colleagues said were racially insensitive. I told him that the popular media narrative didn't happen because it didn't include the context in which I made those comments. You know, that African Americans die because they eat too much fried chicken and barbecue.
I'd love to know
There
what
is
context.
no context.
I would love to know. Now I'm curious what
Marble
she thinks makes that okay.
She doesn't. She just says that.
Exactly.
That's what they do. You just say that.
You don't have to prove anything.
Marble accused the newspaper of nevertheless perpetuating the myths surrounding the comments she made during a legislative hearing in 2013 on racial disparities and poverty rates. When you look at life expectancy, there are problems in the black race, she said in 2013. Sickle cell anemia is something that comes up. Diabetes is something that's prevalent in the genetic makeup, and you just can't help it. Although I've got to say, I've never had better barbecue and better chicken and ate better in my life than when you go down south. I mean, they love it. Everybody
There, see, she was
loves it.
complimentary. I was complimenting them on their stereotypical food choices.
She's horrible.
And then this little Cub Scout asked her questions about it, got kicked out.
And then saying everybody misunderstood.
How much time do we have, Carrie?
We understand. One more story.
Let me do a local story here. Boy, there's a lot of stuff here. The Las Vegas shooter's brother, so the guy who killed all those people in Las Vegas and is dead himself, his brother has been busted on child pornography charges.
Great family.
We'll tell you more about that coming up. But let me do, yes, and Susan Powell in the news.
Yes.
I want to talk about Spencer Cox, too. The family of Susan Powell is asking Amazon for help in their investigation. A private investigator hired by the parents of missing West Valley City woman Susan Powell said a contractor working to decode a hard drive owned by Susan's husband, Josh Powell, has reached a milestone. However, they're still not able to access information on the drive. They've gone a long way to doing it, but she is now reaching out to the internet giant Amazon or those with Amazon connections with the intention of continuing to decrypt what is on this hard drive, and they're hopeful that if they do this,
They can find all the emails between him and his dad where they talked about hiding the body.
They'll find the body. That's what they hope. Susan Cox Powell has been missing since December 7, 2009, and is presumed dead. Josh Powell, he's dead. His kids are dead. His father is out of prison, I think. So anyway, they're hoping.
Can we get that Wonder Woman lasso around Steve?
It's a small light. Really, see, they've had that hard drive for 4 years and been running a program on it for that long. That gradually has been able to
just runs through every combination of.
You encrypt something on your computer, it's very, very difficult for anybody to get
And they say it's weird because you think about how old that computer is. Encryption was not as popular back then as it is now. So he was going way out of his way to hide something on there.
It's a secret album.
Well, his father's secret album.
His father's
then.
secret album.
All right, I guess I better end it here. But.
All right, sports weather traffic.
If you like baseball, you got a lot of it last night.
innings.
Extra innings and record-setting home runs.
90-year-old, what's his name?
Vin
Scully threw out the first pitch.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
said,
cool.
and he was funny. He said, "I practiced for this, and I've practiced for this." And he stand on the mound, and then he said, "Wait a minute, where's the catcher?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
He is beloved.
Yeah,
Yep.
well deserved.
So we're all tied up with the World Series. Game 3 is Friday night in Houston. And the Jazz lost last night to Phoenix 97-88. That's your sports. Weather, nice again today. We're going to be nice through the weekend and into Halloween, so don't have to worry about a soggy, wet Halloween. 62 for a high. Traffic emergency vehicles are now on the scene of a crash northbound I-15 near 90th South in Sandy. 3 right lanes in the shoulder are closed. That's a massive undertaking there. Traffic is backed to Bangor. That is the only crash that we're seeing right now, though, unless you see something you want to report. Let's see. Accident northbound I-15 just off 106 South exit involving a double tanker and a sedan. That's the same one, but a friend of the program sent that in. I want to thank you for that. 33986. Brought to you by the 2017 Day of the Dead celebration, Saturday, October 28th, West Valley's Cultural Celebration Center. Authentic Mexican culture, food, beverages, entertainment for all ages. Admission is $5 for adults. Free to kids 12 and under. Details at culturalcelebration.org.
All right. Coming up, Beat Gina. Halloween trivia.
And it's for, let's see, Prohibition gift card and Disney on Ice. It's a great prize pack today for Beat Gina.
We'll do that just after 7 o'clock, so be ready to call in to Beat Gina at Halloween trivia.
Okay.
But right now.
Oh. No?
I don't.
Geek News on the radio?
Yeah.
Cabin Fever, celebrating the creepy, kooky, mysterious, spooky this October, located in the heart of Trolley Square, 5th South, 7th East. So much more than a card store. Cabin Fever, sorry.
We all have the same list.
I don't know. They're disappointed in you in the
What?
next room.
I'm sorry.
Let's see. Yes, Geek News, geekshowpodcast.com, brand new episode available right now. Okay. Since I always give you work assignments.
Yeah.
I call them work assignments because I know you don't work at work. You just sit and look at your computer while you're at work. There is a great little behind-the-scenes video. It's like 2 minutes long. I think you can find it on USA Today. If not, just go to YouTube and search Star Wars exclusive Rian Johnson makes his mark on The Last Jedi. It's a little 2-minute feature. It's kind of sweet. And it's just the director walking on sets.
Walking up the ramp. Walk into the hallway. I flash back to when I was a kid with the action figures inside.
He's on the Millennium Falcon, you know.
Suddenly I had like a big lump in my throat. This is how it gets you.
Damage set, here we go, stand by.
But it's a nice little behind the scenes kind of feature.
Rian is doing many unexpected things and taking characters in new directions.
There are no spoilers.
The individual stories of these characters are elevated and made fresh and new.
But you do see some things.
What I love about Rian's approach to the story. It's like a real journey of discovery.
But you do get to see a character called DJ, who is Benicio del Toro. This is the first time that I've seen him, that I can recall.
Is the character on the radio?
No, we don't know what he is, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
Got some cool stuff.
Because it's Benicio del Toro. He's got to be a bad guy.
You also get to see Chewie just hanging out under the Falcon. You get to see Snoke's throne room. He's one of the bad guys.
I just don't know.
And Rey in Snoke's throne room.
It's a weird thing that happens when it's being built and when you first show up on it.
But
you're
it's
kind of overwhelmed by it all, and then you get into the nitty-gritty of working on it.
It'll just get you excited for the movie coming in December. So that's one of your work assignments for today.
Did you put that prediction down? Gina says he's a bad guy.
The DJ is a bad guy.
Show me the movie where Benicio del Toro isn't the bad guy.
Listen, I'm not the one making off the wall left field predictions.
That's not left field if it always happens.
I don't know.
Surely he's been a good guy in some.
I'm sure he has.
Name it. Find it.
Well, I can't say he was a good guy or a bad guy in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, he was an okay guy. I mean,
he threatened Hunter with a knife.
Well, yeah, but he deserved it.
No, he didn't.
I thought he did. I'm with Benicio on that one.
Let's see. The best news, and Dylan's actually excited about this. The best news that we got yesterday was that the character, the Kingpin, will return to Daredevil Season 3 on Netflix. Wilson Fisk.
Oh, good.
Vincent D'Onofrio is returning, and he turned in such great performances as the Kingpin on both seasons of Daredevil. He wasn't in Daredevil Season 2 that much. He was only in 1 or 2 episodes because he's in jail. But he returns in Season 3, and that makes people speculate because Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil, said that the 3rd season would be loosely inspired by a very classic Daredevil story called Born Again from 1986. It's a Frank Miller story. It's probably one of my favorite Daredevil stories. It's about how Wilson Fisk finds out that Matt Murdock is Daredevil and uses it to pretty much destroy his life.
Yeah.
And Born Again is where, Matt has to find his way back. And it's a great storyline. So that was good news to hear about Daredevil Season 3. More good news. Star Trek Discovery. It's been renewed.
Boy, that's so good.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Renewed for Season 2 on CBS All Access. Mark Dibov, president and CEO of CBS Interactive, says that in just 6 episodes, Discovery has driven subscriber growth, critical acclaim, and a huge global fan interest for the first premium version of this great franchise. So it's now you need to know the timeline of this season because you're subscribing to the app because everybody wants to jump on and jump off at the right times.
Yeah.
So I looked that up.
Thank you for saving us money, Kerry Jackson.
This season is a 15-episode season 1. And, we're 6 episodes in now.
Okay.
The first half concludes November 12th. So after that one, you can shut it off and then turn it back on in January where you'll get the remaining 6 episodes.
Oh, okay, so you can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And then they're not saying when Season 2 will start, but they're hoping for the early side of 2019. So, again, after the first season, you can just shut off the app and then come back in 2019.
At some point, they'll make you sign up for it for a year, so you can't do that.
I would, yeah. Well, I don't know. Netflix lets you go month to month. So, also, more good news because I know you like this actor, Ben Mendelsohn.
Yes, I do like him.
He was the villain in Rogue One, if you're wondering, but he's also on a show that we quite liked, Bloodline. Where he was, he always plays a bad guy. This is the guy. I have yet to see him playing a good guy. But he has been cast as the bad guy in the Captain Marvel movie, which has a release date of March 8, 2019. Follows Carol Danvers, an Air Force pilot who gains powers after her DNA becomes fused with an alien after an accident.
So who is she?
She is, she won an Academy Award. Brie
Well, that's
Larson.
a lot of people.
Brie Larson.
Oh, okay. I know, Academy Award.
Brie Larson.
Meryl Streep.
Who I think now what they're not saying what villain he's going to be playing in this movie, but at San Diego Comic-Con, Kevin Feige said that the villains in the movie will be the Skrulls.
Oh.
A race of shape-changing aliens. They're like way classic Marvel villains.
We've talked about these before.
From forever ago. And so that is what he said. So we're guessing that he would be the lead Skrull or possibly the Super Skrull.
Super Skrull.
Which is a whole nother story I won't get into right now. Finally, this Stranger Things premieres on Friday. Stranger Things Season 2 on Netflix. And you see in the trailers and the promos for it that the kids are dressed up as Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
The Stranger Things showrunners, Ross and Matt Duffer, revealed that before they could dress Will and the gang up in Ghostbusters costumes, they had to get permission from Ivan Reitman and Dan Aykroyd.
I hope they paid for it.
They said, no, they
Why,
didn't.
No?
Why do you hope they paid for it?
No, it was
They
just
should get
it was
paid
just
for
a
it.
gentleman's agreement.
Why?
He said we got to talk to Ivan on the phone because he and Dan Aykroyd had to approve it. Reitman said that it was flattering. He read the scripts. He had seen the first season, or at least he said that he had pretended that he had heard of it. But they were really into being a part of the show. They sent us all these Ghostbusters toys at the end of the shoot. And it's because, he was such a huge Ghostbusters fan.
Yeah.
He told Ivan it's one of my top 5 most worn out VHS tapes. And there is a reason that they are in Ghostbusters costumes, but he won't get into it. It's not just for fun.
Okay.
There's something
Are they
going
actually
on.
busting ghosts in it?
Well, if you look at the trailer, one of the kids' traps
they have a...
gets something
Oh.
in
Yeah.
it. So there's a reason. It's not just for fun. It's part of the plot. So
Cool.
there you go.
Emergency vehicles are on the scene of a crash northbound I-15 near 90th South in Sandy. 3 right lanes in the shoulder are closed. Traffic is back to Bangerter, and a couple friends of the program texting in about that very accident. But that's the only one being reported. Unless you see something you want to tell us about, let us know. 33986. Brought to you by Bad Apple. They're introducing low price guarantee on iPhone screen repair. Just bringing the advertised price from another business, and Bad Apple will beat it. Now 10 locations. Go to badapplerepair.com.
Benicio del Toro, a good guy in traffic.
Well, how about Jackie Boy in Sin City?
Yes, technically a good guy in that. Benicio del Toro, also a good guy in The Wolfman. No, you're getting the roles confused with Jackie Boy. He was the bad guy in Sin City.
Oh.
Yeah. Jackie Boy was the good guy, but played by someone else.
Oh, okay.
Played by Clive, my wife's boyfriend, Clive Owen.
All right.
All right. Beat Gina. Let's play it. Get in line right now. 877-602-9696. It's Halloween trivia.
You could win a Prohibition gift card and the highly sought-after Disney on Ice tickets.
All right. But you have to have a prize to give Gina if she beats you.
It's only fair.
877-602-9696. Call now.
X96 is giving away tickets to see the Killers every weekday.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lonely confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of 2 such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the entire galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders!
Today, we join our missionaries as they land on a remote planet called Triskelion.
Hey, Lehi, ever wonder where Zone Leader Hansen finds planets no one has ever heard of to send us to?
Well, I'm sure these folks just call the 1-800 Subspace channel and request visits by missionaries.
Well, we've been on Triskelion for over a minute now, and no one's made an attempt on our lives. I'd say so far so good.
Well, these are the agreed-upon coordinates. We were supposed to wait here for them to contact us.
What the flip?
Hey, where are we now?
You are in a cavern miles below the surface of Triskelion.
Looky, Butch, disembodied brains. Who are you guys?
We are the providers. 200 quatlus for the tall one. 300 quatlus for the tall one.
Excuse me, providers. I'm Lehi Christiansen, and this is Elder Jensen.
500 quatlus for Elder Jensen.
As I was saying, we represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
600 quatlus for Elder Jensen.
We was wondering if you had heard of our church and if you'd like to hear more.
700 quatlus for Elder Jensen, and I'll let you have the fat one for free.
Hey, wait just a minute. Missionaries come in pairs. You can't split us up. We are a package deal.
Okay. 800 quatlus for both of the Mormons. That's my final offer.
Did we just get sold to that glowing brain under the glass doodad over there?
That's what it sounded like. We'd better get to the bottom of this.
Excuse me, It's me over here, Lehigh.
You know, the fat one.
But you're not helping.
Sorry.
If you brains are done talking amongst yourselves, we'd just like to talk to you about joining our faith.
Silence! You are now a drill thrall. You will fight in the arena for our amusement until you are dead.
I don't like the looks of this.
Come on, don't be such a wussy. We have these big stick thingies to defend ourselves with, and our opponent is a scantily clad woman with big breasts. Come on, lady, take your best shot. Ow! Hey, I wasn't ready. Try that again, I dare you. Ow!
Hey, that's gonna leave a mark. Hey, provider guys, care to make a new wager?
300 quatloos on the missionaries. 400 quatloos on the scantily clad woman with big breasts.
How would you like to wager your eternal souls?
Make this good, or we will teleport you onto the surface of Triskelion Sun.
Okay, here's the deal. If we win, we get to go free, and you donate 1,000 quatloos to the LDS Church Missionary Program. We lose, and we will remain drill thralls and fight for your amusement.
I don't know. That's a lot of quatloos.
What, you chicken?
You have a wager. You two against all of the other drill thralls.
Oh, well, it was nice knowing you, Lehigh.
Don't sweat it, Butch. I got a plan. Is this the end of Butch and Lehigh? Will they spend the rest of their very short lives as drill thralls? Can quatloos be used to pay tithing? How exactly would you baptize a disembodied brain anyway? Tune in next time to hear Lehigh say, "Put down your stick, Butch, and follow my lead."
Wait, but we couldn't take a prissy girl thrall, and you think we can take on all them without weapons?
Trust me. Excuse me, drill thralls. I'm Elder Christiansen of the LDS Church. My companion, Elder Jensen,
Hi.
and I were wondering if you'd like to learn more about the Mormon Church.
Hey, where's everybody going?
Foul! You cheated! I demand a rematch!
On the next eye-gouging episode of Space Elders.
At RFH Bill.
Do you know who I am?
Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, time to play Beat Gina.
It's brought to you by Prohibition. We're giving away a $25 gift card to Prohibition, Utah's sexiest new speakeasy, located north of Fashion Place Mall in Murray. Tonight and every Thursday night is karaoke night. $4 craft pints, reservations, and information at prohibitionutah.com. And Disney on Ice.
Oh, so it's a dinner and a show.
Yeah, it's the Dream Big at Disney on Ice, Vivint Smart Home Arena, November 16th through the 19th. All of your favorite Disney princesses live on the ice. Tickets opening night start at just $10. So we've got 4 tickets to that to give away and the $25 Prohibition gift card.
All right. So you got to decide who you're going to play, Gina.
All right.
Here's how we pick.
Because I'm offering up a great prize pack.
We do not discriminate. We just tell you what prize they are offering.
Okay.
Line 3 is offering a pack of mystery Oreos.
I haven't tried the mystery Oreos yet.
And respect and adoration.
Well, that's nice.
I would never, though, eat anything with the word mystery in the title.
Line 2 is offering, Daughter's homemade Hello Kitty cookies.
I guess they don't know you.
They don't know you, so
I have a policy.
she just doesn't eat things that are made from people's homes. And line 1 is offering a deer antler dog chew toy.
Well,
someone who was listening earlier.
I don't know, but then I heard from all these people that said, don't give your dog a deer antler. So now I don't know.
Not an actual deer antler. These are processed so that they're tougher.
You know, Benicio del Toro chews on them.
Mm-hmm.
He likes them.
I'll take the deer antler.
Is that what you want?
I knew that would do it.
Okay, that means you're going to be playing against Brooke. Hello, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
Hi.
Are you okay, Brooke?
Hi.
There she is.
Yeah, just losing my voice.
Yeah, she's got what I have.
All right, Brooke. Here's how you play the game. It's multiple choice trivia. So wait till I give all the answers. It'll give you a better idea. It behooves you to go first. Gives you an advantage if you go first. So I've got the coin toss app ready. Call it heads or tails.
Heads.
All right. Let's see what the coin toss app says. It is heads. You do go first. All right. I'm going to give you a chance to answer this question. If you get it wrong, Gina gets a chance to steal your point, and vice versa. First person to 3 wins. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Choose carefully, Brooke.
Halloween trivia. Question number 1. Brooke, from base to point, what is the order of colors on a piece of candy corn?
Ooh.
From base?
That's from the triangular base.
Yes.
To the very tip.
Point. What is the order of colors on a piece of candy corn, Brooke? Are you ready? A, white, orange, yellow. B, yellow, orange, white. C, orange, yellow, white. Or D, orange, yellow, orange.
It's C.
Orange, yellow, white?
Yes.
Is incorrect.
Oh.
According to the internet.
Oh, Brooke, I'm terribly sorry. Gina.
I
with
would
a
have said
chance
that
to steal.
too. I would have.
Chance to
So
steal. No, it's wrong.
I'll go orange, yellow, orange then.
Orange, yellow, orange?
Yeah.
That is also incorrect.
It is yellow, orange, white.
That's what she said.
No,
she
did
said
not.
no.
She said C, which was
orange, yellow, white.
Yeah.
Confusing.
All right.
Sorry,
Admittedly.
it's 0-0. Both contestants pooped out.
Well, let's
Gina,
try again. Here.
Gina, your question.
All right.
Where did the inventor of the Ouija board get the name Ouija?
Okay.
Is it A, from the Egyptian Book of the Dead? B, from a dream? C, from talking to the board? Or D, his mother's maiden name?
Ooh. I don't know, but I like all of them.
Think carefully, Gina. Think carefully.
His mother's maiden name.
Incorrect.
Oh, Brooke, a chance to steal.
I'm going to say the board told him.
That's correct.
The board told him.
That's right, because you always start by was asking the board its name, and it goes and the tablet. What do they call it? Not the
I don't know.
tablet. It
never,
goes to the center.
Never played it.
Hmm.
All right,
1-0 for Brooke, and it is Brooke's question.
Brooke, what product is banned in Hollywood on Halloween? What product is banned in Hollywood on Halloween? Is it A, silly string, B, ski masks, C, toilet paper, or D, grenade launchers?
Let's say toilet paper.
Incorrect, Gina.
Think of what that would mean, Brooke. All right, Gina, chance to steal and tie the game.
Silly string.
That is correct.
Oh, really?
The ordinance was first introduced in 2004 after complaints from Hollywood Boulevard property owners. It's only enforced on October 31st. If you're caught with sticky hands, you get a $1,000 fine.
And it's just thankful that we don't wipe with silly string. All right, Gina,
Yes.
you control the question.
Yes, I do.
And you have a chance to go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Consider carefully.
The Monster Mash by
Yes.
Bobby Boris Pickett,
Yes.
released in 1962. What was the name of the vocal group which was about to arrive at this event in the song? Was it A, the Crypt Kicker 5, B, the Graveyard Ghouls, C, the Transylvania Twist, or D, the Beast E Boys?
B.
The Graveyard Ghouls?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Brooke, you got a chance to steal.
And go ahead.
I'm going to say Beastie Boys because I like that answer.
No, because the
No.
Beastie Boys
The
are
joke
real.
answer.
That's the joke. The Crypt Kicker
Kickers,
5.
Yeah. All
My
right.
vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, Brooke, you control the question.
No,
and-
I do. No?
No,
She-
Brooke.
Okay. All
Brooke
right.
controls the
I
question.
go to my
Sorry.
judge.
Brooke, don't question the judge, Gina.
Okay.
Brooke
All right.
controls the question. A chance to go ahead.
All right. How is the mystery flavor of Dum Dum's lollipops made? Is it A, it's an even mix of all the flavors? B, it's last year's most popular and least popular flavors mixed? C, it's an overlap of the end of the last batch and the beginning of another? Or D, it's made from unused candy corn?
I'm just amazed that any thought goes into Dum Dums at all.
They're dum-dums.
A.
It's an even mix of all the flavors?
Yeah.
Incorrect. Gina.
Chance to steal and go ahead.
End of the last batch, first of the next batch.
Gina leads the game 2-1. It is Gina's question. This is a chance to win. Put a stake in its heart, as it were.
And all of the good questions are gone. All right.
Okay.
What candy was originally called chicken feed? Was it A, Skittles, B, Smarties, C, Banana Runts, or D, candy corn?
Skittles.
Incorrect. Brooke.
Chance to steal and a chance to tie the game.
Sorry, will you tell me my options one more time?
What candy was originally called chicken feed? Was it Skittles, Smarties, Banana Runts, or candy corn?
Smarties.
Candy corn.
Isn't there an obvious answer there?
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Chicken feed, because chickens...
Corn. You eat corn.
Yeah.
They could eat Skittles.
Shut up. All right. It's Brooke's question. I think we're just going to have to give the game to Brooke.
I'm out of... I'll be honest, I got one question.
Okay,
All right.
well, let's wrap it up here. We can do this.
Either Brooke will tie with this or Gina wins.
Okay.
All right. Brooke, you ready?
In Halloween Resurrection, which rap star played a character who battled Michael Myers? Was it A, P. Diddy, B, Eminem, C, Busta Rhymes, or D, Tupac?
In all fairness, I warned them that I'm terrible at trivia. But I'm going to say Busta Rhymes.
That is correct. And as far as I'm concerned...
You tied the game. You win.
You win.
You win, Brooke. Way to go.
Brooke, you get the Prohibition gift card and the 4-pack of tickets to Disney on Ice.
How's that? Brooke? Brooke?
She's there. I'm sorry.
Okay. You win, Brooke.
She's
You get all that stuff.
exhausted as well.
Yeah,
Brooke,
so
hang on.
so are we.
Hang on the line, and we'll get the info. Oh, yeah, there.
All right.
Wow.
We've got Boners Round 1 coming up.
Yes.
In just a second. Here are your Boner candidates. Bro, he's black. Funniest thing ever. Boner candidate number 2, Dorm Defecator.
Ooh.
And Boner candidate number 3, wait, I don't have a baby, do I?
Nastiness down in Draper. Eastbound 123rd South at I-15, there's a crash there. That's also right pert near the 90th South northbound I-15, where emergency vehicles are on the scene. 3 lanes in the shoulder are closed. Traffic is backing to Bangor Highway. So all those in the same general area are causing massive slowage. Yes, I know slowage is not a word.
It is now.
I want to thank Jim for reminding me that the thing on the Ouija board is called a planchette.
Planchette. Thank you. All right, we got big boy news. Round 1 of boner voting, all coming up. With all the crap that's going on in the world today, I think we should just go bowling.
Well, it just so happens we're having our Halloween bowling mixer Monday, October 30th at Fat Cats in Salt Lake.
Put on a costume, or don't put on a costume, and join us Monday, October 30th at Fat Cats, 3739 South, 900 East, from 6 to 8 p.m. It's just $9.63 for unlimited bowling, including your shoes and glow golf, too.
Bring a date or the whole family. Fat Cats will be having their annual trunk or treat with lots of candy and a costume raffle to win a Nintendo Switch, with proceeds going to a local charity.
I think there'll be beer and pizza, too. Standard prerequisites for a night of bowling.
Hope to see you there. You can find out more details at x96.com.
Is it chilly weather yet?
I think
You
it's
want
all.
to eat chili?
Well, see, I had a little argument with my wife, and I just wanted to clear this up. I know it's September.
Yeah.
That's-
I don't think
that's-
it's quite chilly weather
Well,
yet.
but you said
It's going to be like almost 90 today.
some friends of ours, our friends the Duncans, Linda had some surgery, so we made dinner for them. And my wife said to me a couple of days before, will you make dinner for the Duncans? And I said, yeah, sure. And I said, well, I said, what should I make? Maybe I'll make lasagna. And then I thought, no. Dave's from an Italian family. He grew up eating Italian food, and his mother cooks Italian. I'm not going to make lasagna. I know, a big pot of chili. I'll make a big pot of chili. So I have all this planned, and then the day before yesterday, I said, well, I'm going to make that chili for the Duncans tomorrow. My wife said, well, chili?
It's hot.
It's not chilly weather.
It's not chilly weather. She's
and,
right.
I thought of chili when it was rain. It was rainy last week, and it was kind of rainy and drizzly. And I said chili, and then she said, "Well, it's not chilly weather." And I thought, "Come now, wait a minute though. I like a good bowl of chili anytime."
Chili is a
Here's why, actually, hot weather is chilly weather.
Yeah.
Why is it that in the Latin American countries, that's where all the spicy food is?
Yeah.
It's because it's so hot, they want to sweat so that it cools them down. So make it spicy, and it's chilly weather.
Yeah. I just
you go.
I just don't understand why there has to be a certain weather for certain food.
No, it's like
if
Joe,
it's good chili,
Joe makes
anytime.
these stews, but he can only do it like in the fall and the winter. Like
But that's
having
mainly because he has.
stew in-
That's mainly because he has clients in town.
No, but like you don't have stew in July.
Sure
Stew
you do.
Stew is a cold weather.
That's true. We make chicken noodle soup, and
You don't ever
and
do
we
it in the
only do
summer.
that when it starts to get cold.
But you can do it.
But I think that you could, and again with the spicy, that's what I think.
I'm telling you, Richie goes to the soup kitchen any time of the year.
But I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking like there are only certain days when you can have the grilled cheese and the tomato soup. Like there's only those colder days. It's that same kind of thing. It's,
Okay. Well, that's fine. You guys go ahead. You guys go ahead and pigeonhole yourselves. I am going to be the guy who has grilled cheese and tomato soup any day of the week.
When it's 100 degrees.
No, I
outside,
had
grilled
that a few
cheese
weeks
and-
ago. I had that a few weeks ago because we had tomatoes from Dad's garden, and we had too many.
You made tomato soup.
So Sue made tomato soup, and we had grilled cheese.
By the way, you can always bring me more tomatoes.
Oh, okay. Smoked Gouda,
Yeah.
grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Awesome. Gouda.
So that's I'm going to be the guy because I like a good
You
bowl
break
of
the
chili.
rules there, Bill.
Anytime.
You-
Stu, you have Joe next summer.
Okay.
Right.
Have Joe make me a stew.
We'll have you over for stew.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
not following society's rules.
I'm not putting up with that chilly weather.
That's right.
I'm going to eat chili anytime I want.
Don't try to tell me.
Sometimes I felt a little tied down by a mortgage, kids. I felt tied down
you're
by.
pushing back.
That's it,
Push
baby.
back.
That's it.
Take that.
No more crap for me. I'm eating chili in the summer.
Take that, society.
In your face, man.
Always being held down by the man.
That's it. All right. Chili for me.
That's right.
Thank
Don't
you.
chain
Thank
me
you.
down with your manners.
Exactly.
Gina Barberi on X96.
Okay. Round 1 of your boner voting now. 3 news stories. Examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. Boner means mistake, after all. You will decide with your vote which of these 3 candidates presented, which of these 3 is the worst. Which one is the most qualified to go forward to Boner Dome for Boner Fight and possibly become Boner of the Day. So if it wins here, it's got a 50-50 chance. It's got to defeat the winner from round 2. We'll get round 2 at 8:20 and Boner Fight at 9:25. 2 candidates now, then a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive something nice.
Yeah, a gift card for Fat Cats, which is where we have our mixer on Monday night. It's a family mixer. Everyone's welcome. You don't have to sign up for it. 6 to 8 o'clock.
All right.
Here's boner candidate number 1. Bro, he's black. Funniest thing ever. A University of Florida sorority girl can be heard bragging about slapping a pledge for kissing a black man in a damning audio clip.
Oh.
The recording, which was leaked by an anonymous Kappa Alpha Theta sister, revealed the chapter's demeaning, hazing rituals. In the clip, a chapter member identified as Rhea Carroll described how one pledge was forced to give a lap dance while blindfolded. So that's funny, you see? So okay, you pledges, you put on blindfolds and we make you do ridiculous things so you can get into the sorority. She recalled how the pledge started kissing one of the 6 guys who had been tasked with hazing them at the Gainesville College. I don't know where the black guy came from, but that girl made out with him, Carol said, like full on. I literally took her face and I smacked her, and I was like, what the F? The Theta sister said it was the funniest thing ever. I ripped her blindfold off and I was like, bro, he's black. And she was like, well, why did you put me on a black guy? Funniest thing ever.
No. You are horrible people.
Bro, no, it's funny.
No, you're horrible people. Horrible people.
Boner candidate number 1. Here's boner candidate number 2, also from a school. It's dorm defecator. Laundry day is Laundry day is extra crappy for students at an Illinois college, where a fecal fiend, somebody who really needed some, get something off their,
Please, I'm sitting behind this desk.
I'm going to work on my novel.
What am I writing?
A fecal fiend has turned the school's washing machines into his, or I guess her, own personal toilet.
At
least 8 college kids have found their clothing covered in poop in a laundry room at the Abbott Hall dorm in Southern Illinois University. Now I'm like, terrified, said Kaya Ransom, a sophomore who lives in the building. I was like really upset about it, and I was just wondering, who's doing this pooping? The serial deuce dropper.
They're having fun with this.
Well, they are. Often targets wet laundry inside machines when students have leave their clothing unattended. The students had no idea why anybody would want to turn their jeans into dungarees. Listen, the boner candidate is whoever wrote this story.
Yeah.
Dorm defecator, boner candidate number 2.
It's Poop Chat on X96 Radio from Hell.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Wait, I don't have a baby, do I? What?
Did I? I don't know.
I haven't even heard this story, and I'm voting for it.
And it's just a short, simple, and to the point.
Boner candidate number 3 after this here big boy news and opinioendo brought to you by
Snowbird is hosting its annual Customer Appreciation Days this Saturday and Sunday. Receive a complimentary aerial tram ride with a 3-can donation to the Utah Food Bank or $6 donation to Wasatch Adaptive Sports. Details at snowbird.com.
Story for you, Gina?
Yes.
A Georgia man was arrested Tuesday after he was accused of concealing the death of his aunt inside her apartment. Charles Peters was arrested after police found the dead body of his aunt, 88-year-old Elizabeth Stewart, laid out underneath some covers of a bed with a white towel covering her face, and Mr. Peters was living there with the dead body. This happens all the time, apparently.
Doesn't it smell bad?
Yes.
If nothing else, let's take the morality out of it.
Yeah.
The smell.
No, it's as a matter of fact, that's how they found out about this, because somebody else in the apartment complex went, there's a bad smell coming out of that apartment. Inside the apartment, law enforcement officials have found, in addition to Stewart's decaying body, a running computer, clothes all over the place, dirty dishes in the sink, mail near the door, and a cell phone. Apparently she'd been there for a month.
A month.
Yeah. Now, a second woman has come forward to accuse old George H.W. Bush of groping her in a wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair, and he has said, or through a spokesperson has said, okay, I have grabbed them, and I patted them on the rump.
Because their butts are right here. He's in a wheelchair.
Sure, Gina,
and
sure,
his hand
sure,
is
Gina,
right here.
sure. Dirty old man.
He's not
That's
a dirty
funny.
old man.
Let's make it a funny, cute. He's just a charming old guy.
He's
a charming old guy. Gina, you don't. Okay, his hands are right there. He doesn't have to put them on her.
You're taking a picture. You take pictures of people every day.
Fold your hands in your lap.
Or
you don't touch them on the butt.
You just wave, maybe.
You really think 93-year-old HW is...
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
2 women have come forward, and both of them have said, and other people around have said, when it happens, his wife rolls her eyes as if to say, oh, George, not again. Quit it. Yeah, let's make this dirty old man a funny. It's just that funny comedy, dirty old man. It's okay. Come on, really, he's 93. Come on, it's not like he's going to get up out of that chair and do so. It doesn't matter. It makes them feel uncomfortable. They don't like it. He shouldn't do it.
Nope.
And my guess is he'll not do it anymore. Undocumented teen immigrant. We haven't talked about this story, and I've kind of been following it, and I haven't brought it up, but this 17-year-old girl who had crossed illegally into the United States from originally from Central America, dreamed of studying nursing and someday caring for senior citizens. Having a baby was not part of her plans, but she was detained at the U.S.-Mexico border after a medical examination told her that she was pregnant, and she tried to schedule an abortion, but the Trump administration blocked it. Because she's illegal.
Well, that's what they're saying.
And because Mike Pence and abortion.
Well,
and Trump doesn't.
And
give
the
a
guy in
damn.
charge of this is very anti-abortion as well, not qualified to have that job.
Yeah. Well, she's apparently now federal courts have said several federal courts. The Trump administration took this to several federal courts, and they've all said. No, she could have an abortion.
ACLU got involved.
Yeah, they finally had to sue.
So she did finally. She has finally had that abortion. But now this story, I read it in the New York Times this morning, and it harkened me back to that. 10-year-old girl with cerebral palsy has been detained by federal immigration authorities in Texas after she passed through a border patrol checkpoint on her way to a hospital to undergo emergency gallbladder surgery. The little girl, 10-year-old Rose Maria Hernandez, who was brought over the border. She was brought over the border illegally to live in Laredo, Texas, when she was 3 months old.
Okay.
She was being transferred from a medical center in Laredo to a hospital in Corpus Christi at about 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday when Border Patrol agents stopped the ambulance. The agents allowed her to continue to Driscoll Children's Hospital, the family said, but followed the ambulance the rest of the way there, then waited outside the room until she was released from the hospital and said, and again, she has cerebral palsy, this gallbladder surgery, I don't know if it was related or not, but so they wait till she gets out of the hospital and says, now we're going to deport you. By Wednesday evening, according to family members and advocates involved in the case, immigration agents took her to a facility in San Antonio where migrant children who arrive alone in the United States from Central America are usually held, even though her parents, who both lack legal status, live 150 miles away in Laredo. So instead of taking her back to her parents, they took her to a camp. She has cerebral palsy, and they say they're going to deport her. Where is the milk of human kindness?
No, she's
Where has it gone?
a dangerous person.
Where
Bill.
has it gone?
Yes, this 3-month-old clearly masterminded the entire situation.
Where has this gone?
Yeah, exactly.
Any compassion? Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox believes that he says subtle, and I disagree with him there. Subtle bigotry is harming the nation, and prodded Utahns on Wednesday to consider whether they and their elected officials can do better. Think about it, he said. I believe our country is suffering from the soft bigotry of low expectations. Spencer Cox said, it's time for us to expect more from ourselves and more from our fellow human beings, our elected leaders, and their Twitter accounts, he said pointedly. The Republican Lieutenant Governor's comments came as he accepted an award from Catholic Community Services of Utah as its Humanitarian of the Year. The honor comes a year after he apologized, of course, to gay people following the Orlando nightclub shooting, and now he's been a critic of Donald Trump since the beginning, and he quite pointedly said this Twitter nonsense has gotten out of hand. And
That's Democrats for you.
He's
Spoken like a liberal elite.
He's a snowflake.
Liberal elite.
Yeah, he's a snowflake. But congratulations, Spencer Cox, for getting that honor from the Catholic Community Services, and he's a good guy.
We like him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Let's see. This is kind of interesting in the sports world. Now, I don't think we're going to do sports here, but the Houston Astros evened up the series, of course, last night with the LA Dodgers. But Cody Bellinger, Corey Seager, and Hanley Jansen, they are some of the stars of this year's World Series, and they all got their professional start in Ogden. To see how far they've come from the day they started with us to where they are now, it's cool to watch them, said Dave Baggett, president of the Ogden Raptors. So all three of those guys played, kind of started off their careers playing in that minor league team up in Ogden, the Ogden Raptors, which is apparently a great the stadium there is really nice. It's kind of like a smaller version of the one we have
Same
here.
kind of view of the mountains.
Yeah, beautiful place. And it's apparently, I've been to a couple of games, and it's pretty fun. And then finally this, Gina, for you. Again, I'm pointing out all the times you're right.
I appreciate that.
And it's really, I try to find ways to do that. and I've come up with two today.
Let's hear it.
Here's the other one. As rumors continue to mount about an alleged affair between Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, Anna Faris recalled feeling self-conscious amid speculation about her 8-year marriage with Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Even before they met in person, my publicist out of the blue pulled me aside and said, Anna, now listen, here's what's going to happen. When they were making that movie Passengers together, Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. Here's what's going to happen, Anna. People are going to start saying they're having an affair. Because
did it say Bill Allred is going to say that? Bill Allred.
The mainstream liberal media elite will start saying.
Gina, I am people. She said the publicist said there are going to be a lot of shots of the two of them laughing together on their way to the set. There are going to be stories circulating, and you have to brace yourself for this. Farrah said she didn't think it would bother her, as Pratt had worked with Aubrey Plaza on Parks and Recreation and Bryce Dallas Howard on Jurassic World, but, neither of them are Jennifer Lawrence, although I prefer Aubrey Plaza, really. But she said, Jennifer and I are actually really friendly. She was apologetic about all the rumors, even though she didn't need to be, because she hadn't done anything wrong.
Right.
She's awesome. It's hurtful and embarrassing when people are saying that your husband is cheating on you. Even if it's patently untrue, you still feel and look like a fool.
But that story, I read the same story you did. Doesn't it say somewhere in there that he, in fact, did cheat with somebody? I think it says that in that story.
No.
I'll look into it.
Look into it, would you?
It doesn't say it in this story. She just says that they're divorced and they've gone their separate ways.
All right. Yeah. Crisp Rat News.
All right. Crisp Rat.
Yes.
All right.
Weather traffic.
Nice, partly sunny, 62. Lovely. It'll be that way all weekend. All dry and not rain for Halloween. So, Traffic, we've got a lot going on this morning already. Crash southbound 15 approaching Parish Lane in Centerville. Cars on the left shoulder causing delays into Farmington. Bad crash at the intersection 54 South, 5600 West. All southbound lanes are closed. Traffic is being diverted around the area. Then there are those 2 incidents in Draper, northbound I-15 near 90th South, and also northbound I-15 at 130th South. So 2 issues causing major slowage through that area. That's traffic.
All right. Here's boner candidate number 3. What? Wait, I don't have a baby, do I? Police say that an absent-minded shopper at a grocery store in Maine took somebody else's cart with a sleeping baby inside the cart, causing a lockdown and a police investigation. Portland, Maine police say that the shopper was mortified when he realized his mistake, but didn't bother to alert anybody in the store. Instead, the shopper just left the cart in another part of the store and got his own cart and went about his shopping.
No,
Police
you
chief,
say, oh, oops, who's this baby belong to?
Police Chief Michael Sarchuk said grocery staff quickly locked down the store. Police determined the conduct didn't warrant any criminal charges. The baby was in a car seat and slept through the entire scare, so there was no harm to the child. The child was not lost for more than a few minutes, but the absent-minded shopper taking the baby, taking the cart with the baby in it. Boner candidate number 3. Wait, what is this? I don't have a baby, do I?
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Here's boner candidate number 1 for your consideration. Oh, bro, he's black. Funniest thing ever. Sorority girl in Florida bragging about slapping a pledge for kissing a black man. Boner candidate number 2, dorm defecator, turning on laundry machines into a personal toilet. And boner candidate number 3, wait, I don't have a baby, do I?
All right. This is round 1 of the boner voting. You've got to decide which of these 3 is the worst. Which of these 3 deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. It's got a 50-50 chance if it wins here. It has to go up against the winner of round 2's boner voting. That happens at 8:20. All right. 1, 2, or 3, put the number of the candidate you think should win in the message of a text. And then text that to 33986. You can call, use your voice, 877-602-9696. Or you can go online, x96.com, and look for the box that says Round 1, October 26. And if you don't see that box, refresh. It'll appear. You've got 300 seconds. Also coming up, Sean Means reviewing movies, including Thank You for Your Service, Suburbicon, and Jigsaw. All on the way. Stand by. Here we go. Round 1 boner voting.
John Smith.
I was thinking today how much Just this moment of one of our interns, the organized intern, Sarah, and I was thinking, I wonder how much it would cost me to hire her
For what?
as my personal assistant.
Here we go.
What?
You need a personal assistant.
Sure, I'd love one. I would love one. I think a personal assistant would do a lot of good things for me.
Like what?
Well,
you have dry cleaning that needs picking up?
yes.
You have a hard time getting around to picking up your dry cleaning?
Sometimes, as a matter of fact, I do. I have any number of organizing things that need to be done all the time. I need. It would be very nice to have somebody to post a bunch of social media stuff for me. At my direction, but actually do the work of it. It would be very nice to have somebody I could call up and say, I don't have time to go to the grocery store. I'm forwarding you my list. Please send it. Please do it. See, she's not. You know what I mean. There's any number of things.
You want to go to the store for Bill?
And she would love to. She would love to do it. She's nodding right now. But A, I don't know as I could really afford her, and B, I like her, and so I'm not sure that I want her to be on the receiving end of me saying, "What do you mean you didn't?"
Yeah,
things like that.
You would end up yelling at her.
Well, just we have to break here. But speaking as someone who has an assistant,
what do you need an assistant for?
Here
we go.
I feel bad having her do things.
That's what I'm saying.
And so I'm not utilizing her enough.
You pay her?
I do.
Then don't feel bad. That unless she's the sort of person who goes, okay, I'll get right on that.
Mr. Jackson.
Yes, if it's that sort of thing, then I need a different assistant. So see, Sarah would go, that's right. Chief. As a matter of fact, I would insist. I'm paying you. Say right, Chief, after everything I say.
What I need is a personal assistant that I don't like.
Yeah,
that's what I need.
How do you find that?
That's the problem I think I would run into. I like Sarah
because my assistant Nicole, I like her. Yeah. I like Sarah. There's no way that I could put her to work as I need. It just anyway.
I could. I just wouldn't want to yell at her.
Yeah,
And you would.
Maybe.
Eventually.
Maybe.
All right, let's get this over
Chief.
with.
That's what Sarah, would you mind when you're here just saying right, Chief, when I ask you to do stuff? Just for fun?
Barry, Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, 7:45. Time to award your boner.
And this morning's boner is brought to you in part by broccoli and cashew chicken stir fry.
And looking for a stress-free place for your holiday or birthday parties? Go to Fat Cats. Great food, bowling, glow-in-the-dark, mini golf, arcade, prizes, fun for all ages. Fat Cats will work with you to customize the most entertaining party. Book today. Visit fatcatsfun.com.
I like cooking them stir fries, but I overdid the broccoli a little bit. Just a little bit. So we had boner candidate number 1. Oh, bro, he's black. Funniest thing ever. Sorority girl recounting this funny thing when, there was a hazing going on and they blindfolded one of the pledges and then they had her do a lap dance. It was I don't know where that black guy came from because there were some white guys there too, but
I would have never kissed him if I hadn't had the blindfold.
Yeah, she kissed him and oh man, and then there was boner candidate number 2, dorm defecator, who turns the laundry machines into a dormitory into his or her personal toilet. And then boner candidate number 3. I don't have a baby, do I? It's a guy who apparently started absentmindedly walking around with his cart, and I've done that actually. I've taken someone else's cart accidentally in the grocery store and gone, wait a minute, this isn't my cart. And, oh, I'm sorry, and you go back over there and say, I'm sorry, that one's mine. But this person, there was a baby in a car seat sleeping in the cart. And this person, when realizing that there's a baby there, just left the cart there and went back and retrieved his own cart, finished shopping and left.
Not telling anyone.
So Devin Smith won the Fat Cats card. And the winner, I thought it would be a runaway, and it was not. Equal number of votes kind of spread among the 3 candidates, with the eventual winner being number 1.
Well, yeah.
I thought that would win, but I thought it would win as a runaway. But no,
it was a close race.
Pooping in the laundry is pretty bad.
See, I think whoever's doing that, pooping in the laundry, not doing it they're doing it to say, look, you're tying up the machines, leaving your clothes in here, and going away from it.
Oh yeah,
I bet that's what it is. Now, that's a terrible way to go about it.
I can see that.
But I bet that's what it is.
I can see that.
I hate that when that happens.
All right, Sean will be here in a bit to review movies. But speaking of movies,
we have some to give away.
Let's give away
Thor Ragnarok, which is just getting huge notices
well,
already.
And it's funny because there was a tweet this morning from the director. And eventually I'll learn how to say his name.
Watiti.
All right. And they were congratulating him because it's at 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Unheard of.
And it's 75 reviews in, and just 1 bad review.
Who's the guy?
And he said, it's Variety. Variety consistently hates everything I direct.
Thor Ragnarok opens everywhere November 2nd.
Yes.
We're having a screening October 30th. So we have 2 tickets. So just call right now, 877-602-9696.
Random caller will win that. Now I'm that's our special screening next week. I'm seeing it at Don't You Know Who I Am screening today.
What time?
This afternoon.
Will you?
And I will, again, I'm not a film critic, so I don't think that the rules apply to me.
They can't say
there's an embargo, you can't review it until, and I don't really give reviews, I just tell you what I think of it, I don't give it official, I don't give a rating, so I guess technically that's not a review. I'll have to ask the critics, because they'll be there today as well. I'll have to ask them what...
Well, ask Sean.
Oh, Sean's here.
Yeah, I mean, there is a difference between you just kind of...
saying what I think of the movie and an actual review, because I don't have a rating system. I don't, have a 1 out of 4 stars.
And you don't have the critical facilities and faculties that a true trained film reviewer like Sean P. Means from the Salt Lake Tribune does.
I'm not a member of the Critics Club.
Right.
So
it's not a matter of being a member of the club. It's a matter about having an informed opinion.
Well, I'm just saying that if they were to say there's an embargo on reviews, I don't think that applies to me.
You could not get invited to another screening.
I mean, that would be it.
The way embargoes are enforced is you don't get to go to the next one.
Ah, okay.
Well, you don't want to.
They don't like make you strip naked and run, roll around, cover you with honey and roll around in an ant pile.
That's a different ritual.
All right.
Well,
there is a ritual like that.
But I'll see you this afternoon.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see where.
Let me sponsor it though.
Sponsors, yes.
Treat yourself to something different at Moochie's. They're making something new every day along with your favorites. Try the new mac and cheese. Moochie's, fresh handmade food and a great atmosphere.
All right.
And here he is, Sean Patrick Means from Salt Lake Tribune's film department. He reviews movies for the Salt Lake Tribune.
Sounds like we have a staff of 20 or something.
It's you and probably Pierce.
This is rows and rows of desks of people writing about movies. Yes, Sean writes the reviews for the Salt Lake Tribune. You can read them online at sltrib.com. I know there's one there today.
Yes,
already.
There's two. The first two, the artsies here, we are already online, so go find them.
And then you can read them in the actual physical paper, which, as you see, I have over here.
Cool.
And I've told this story before. You know why I subscribe to the paper still. Your wife guilted me into it.
Oh, good.
She said I owed it to you, and I said, you're right, I do. So anyway, you can read them in the paper, so the Salt Lake Tribune on Friday.
We'll start in the artsies with Goodbye, Christopher Robin.
Good riddance, Christopher Robin. No, that's a different movie.
Yes.
All right.
This is the backstory of how Winnie the Pooh came to be. And it's a sad, dreary story that involves World War I and shell shock, and that A.A. Milne came back from the war and wanted to write a magnum opus about the futility of war.
And he didn't.
He didn't. He instead went out for walks with his son, who they called Billy Moon, but his real name was Christopher Robin.
What does the AA stand for?
Alan Arthur, I believe, but I'm not sure.
That's right.
You could look it up while we're talking. I'm sure if you.
I've just never thought of that before.
So these walks turned into the stories that became the characters that we all know and love.
So it's a dreary story.
So it's a dreary story because first off, because it's all about how the sadness of the war prompted the creation of these things, but then also how after the books came out and became global bestsellers, fame and celebrity overtook the family, and they trotted out poor Christopher Robin to.
He hated it.
And he hated it, and to his death, he hated
Christopher.
Really, to his death.
Yes,
hated it.
Wow.
And hated his mother, because his mother was a shrill, cold woman who still never forgave Christopher Robin for almost killing her during childbirth.
So this is a dreary.
You almost killed me.
It's a dreary story.
It's a sad, dreary story.
Movie.
Yes.
I'll wait for the Disney version.
Let me ask you one question about A.A. Milne. You may not know this.
It's Alan Alexander.
Alan Alexander Milne. I heard Philip Pullman, who's a children's author. He wrote the
Golden Compass.
Golden Compass, which a terrible movie was made of.
Yeah, he's got a new one coming out.
He's doing a new trilogy. But he hates A.A. Milne and Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh. And the reviewer goes, why is that? And he said, because of all the horrible child kind of pervy pictures that A.A. Milne was always publishing and had. Do you know anything about that?
No.
All right.
I think that gives us insight as to why Pooh doesn't wear pants now.
I guess. I mean, I have to look into that because those are my favorite books.
Right.
So 2 stars for Goodbye,
for that.
Christopher Robin.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Looks like we're going to have to come back after these.
Okay.
And we'll finish with the artsies and also the fartsies because, well, looks to me like a lot of them weren't screened.
They were not.
All right. So we'll get to all the releases and some more reviews coming up after these. Stand by.
Crash southbound I-15 at milepost 327. This is up in Davis County. Crash northbound I-15 156 south in Salt Lake. We've got signal problem 600 north, 400 west in Salt Lake. Crash southbound I-15 just south of Parish Lane in Davis County. Just a mess coming northbound I-15 through Draper and Sandy. There were a couple of different crashes in that area, and so now it's just turned into one long, slow slog into downtown Salt Lake. That's traffic.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll be back with the rest of the movies after these. Also, round 2 of your boner voting. Stand by. Geek Show Podcast is me and my friends sitting in my basement geeking out about the stuff we love. We have a Beast Boy. Don't freak out about the Han Solo movie title, Batman, Avengers, and lots more. We get a new episode every Monday. Today's episode is called A Different World. Get it at geekshowpodcast.com, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, the X96 app, or watch us on YouTube searching one word, Geek Show. Jared Leto is a real weirdo, you guys.
geekshowpodcast.com.
Yeah, I enjoyed that class yesterday.
You did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Well, you don't have to come to them.
Why would you think that I don't want to come?
Carrie, I have because I am one of the kings of sarcasm, I note sarcasm in your voice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He had a great
I thought it was a
time.
grand waste of time. I'll
Yes,
be quite
see?
honest with you. All right? Because in those classes, there's maybe 5 kids who are actually interested in radio, and the rest of them are getting an easy credit.
Carrie.
So the first thing we do when we get to the class is we say, all right, first of all, who's here for an easy credit? And those people who raise their hand, leave. Go right now. We'll sign a form, whatever it takes. Just get out of here.
You would deny a college student an easy credit? What kind of a Grinch are you?
I'm not denying them an easy credit. If it were up to me, we would close down the college radio stations, but we don't. That's an easy credit. They can do that.
Carrie,
It's just, while I'm there, I don't want to deal with people who just don't want to be there. That's why I don't speak to schools. That's why I hate that stuff.
Now, be honest. You don't speak to schools because you're not allowed.
There's
usually.
that true.
You
That's
used
true.
to speak to schools.
You see the basis of education. And by the way, the kids that want to be there, they just sit there like lumps anyway.
No, there were a couple of them in the back talking. One who arrived 20 minutes late, and then he sat in the back talking with his buddy.
Oh, I didn't see that. Although when he came in late, I almost said to him, why are you bothering? Why don't you just leave?
You know, and he's sitting in the back talking with one of his friends, and I'm like,
You should have said something. I didn't notice that.
I didn't either.
I nearly did, but then he shut up because I started staring him down.
If you can just touch one child.
I don't
That's
need.
all.
Look,
I don't want him touching any children.
I don't.
That's why
that's
he's
true.
not allowed. Well,
I don't need to understand education. I'm not trying to take away their breeze through their, college degree. I'm there for an hour. That's all. 5 students who are interested, that's great. Everybody else take off. We'll sit and have a chat with 5 people. I'll touch those 5. That's good.
all right.
Especially that Heidi from yesterday. She was really cute. But anyway.
See again why he's not allowed.
She was very interested in what we were
She
doing.
was.
She
She was
wanted
very
to
interested.
learn.
And I heard her on the radio, on the college radio station. She's very good. I think someday we'll be working with her.
Maybe not now that you said that.
No, I'm
Not as
I don't want to work with those guys.
not her partner Pickle, of course, but
It was Pickle and the turd bag. What was the other guy?
Turd, and
Carl.
Heidi, I think is what it was. Oh yeah, Carl.
His name's Carl.
Apparently we made Carl cry.
Really?
Is what
Yeah,
I
I
was
heard
told.
he was laying on the floor of the break room.
So and again,
Crying.
if we can discourage someone from getting into radio, that's also
Your
we see-
job is done.
Particularly you, Carl.
Already, we started with Carl. He's done. He will not be in radio anymore. So, mission accomplished
some
at
good
Cedar
has
City.
happened.
Some good has happened.
And think of it this way too. Carl will go on to better things. He will be a professional clown that entertains at kids' parties. That's what he'll be
He'll
good
be the
at.
creepy clown with the Cro-Magnon brow is what he will be.
This is Radio from Hell with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96.
All right, yes.
Settle down, Sean. I've got some gum if you'd like it. It'll help you relax. Sean Means here.
Hold on. It's brought to you by Bad Apple, introducing low price guarantees on iPhone screen repair. Just bring in the advertised price from another business, and Bad Apple will beat it. Now with 10 locations, go to badapplerepair.com.
Now, Sean, more movie reviews if you would, please.
Okay. One more artsy. Loving Vincent. This is the story of the final days of Vincent van Gogh.
What was that horrible song, Vincent? Remember that?
Starry, Starry Night, the Don McLean.
Starry Night.
Yeah, there's a Leanda Havas cover of that at the end of this movie. I'm sorry, but it's actually lovely, and by then you don't care.
Okay.
This is the postman in Arles, the town where Van Gogh used to live, has Van Gogh's last letter to his brother Theo, and he wants his son to deliver it. Unfortunately, this is a year after Vincent died, and it's 6 months after Theo died. So now,
who's playing something?
I hear something in the background playing.
Is that your computer, Sean?
It might be.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
Sorry.
Anyway, anyhow, so the son, who's played by Douglas Booth, goes to Auvers, the town where Van Gogh died, and tries to sort of unravel what happened and why he killed himself.
Now, is this a true story?
This is
or fictionalized?
This is sort of a fictionalized take, but it looks at the real events of Van Gogh's life and his paintings. And what's really cool is that they filmed this with live actors, and then they rotoscoped it. They animated to it, and all the animations are done as oil paintings. So 65,000 oil paintings were painted to animate this movie.
Jeez.
Wow!
In the style, most of them in the style of Van Gogh.
And it looks good.
It looks amazing. There are scenes. There's a famous painting, a portrait of his doctor, Dr. Gachet. When you actually meet Dr. Gachet in this movie, it looks like that painting.
Oh.
And if you're into Van Gogh, if you know anything about Van Gogh's work, you're going to watch this movie and see the references and see all the paintings. If you don't, there's a handy guide at the end that sort of explains it for you.
I was going to say,
and then you sort of retroactively go, oh wow,
a movie with footnotes.
Yes, it's helpful. Anyway, so this is a lovely, beautiful animated thing. It has some good actors in it. Saoirse Ronan is in there. Jerome Flynn from Game of Thrones is in there. The two stars from Poldark are on there.
Okay.
It's beautifully done. It took 7 years for this Polish animator, Polish director, and her partner to do this. Real labor of love. It's just really beautiful. 3.5.
3.5 for Loving Vincent.
Is that at the Broadway? I would assume
that'll be at the Broadway. That'll be at the Broadway.
All right. So
let's get to the fartsies, and most of them were not screened. Apparently,
nobody wants to fight Thor next week, so it's sort of the dumping ground. And so yes, we have All I See Is You, which is a thriller with Blake Lively as a blind woman who suddenly gains sight, and then weird things happen after that.
Her name's Gina, and she spells it right.
And then Jason Clarke, a guy who I really like, an actor I really like, and I keep thinking, oh, he's going to be big someday, and he's just not quite done it.
No, he was in the second Planet of the Apes movie. He was in the last Terminator movie, and
he works, but
so
that's not screening.
That's not screening. Jigsaw, which is the continuation of the Saw franchise, which we thought was done.
It's for Carrie. He likes them.
I enjoyed them.
That's back. That's not screened.
Not screened. Not surprised. Really.
Let There Be Light. This is a Christian movie. Alcoholic atheist has a near-death experience.
Not all atheists are alcoholics.
Well, this one
most of the ones.
Yes, we are.
But
he's a sad, self-loathing alcoholic atheist, played by Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, I believe that.
Who directed?
Yeah.
And it's executive produced by Sean Hannity. And there is an infomercial, cameo at the end with Hannity. I'm
very proud of this.
That was not screened.
Sean Hannity, who Dick Clark describes as looking like a thumb with hair.
And people will be all shocked when that gets big, gets a big number at the box office this weekend, not realizing that Sean Hannity has been beating the drum for it on his show all week.
It like crazy.
Suburbicon not screened?
And Suburbicon was not screened. It played at Toronto and other festivals.
Really?
So other people got to screen it, but not people who didn't get to go to the
Does
Toronto.
that mean it's not good?
The word is not great. No.
Oh.
This is George Clooney directing 1950s suburban thriller / dark comedy with Matt Damon, Oscar Isaac, and Julianne Moore.
Matt Damon.
Based on a Coen Brothers script.
Great cast.
A good pedigree.
And the commercials I've seen for it make it look interesting.
Mm-hmm. So, but that was not screened.
We'll see.
And then the one that was screened, Thank You for Your Service. This is based on a David Finkel's book about a battalion, Army battalion fighting in Iraq and then coming home and dealing with life on the home front. And this distills down the stories of essentially 4 of the soldiers in the battalion coming home. And the
Is
things
that based on actual events?
this is all true reportage.
Okay.
The book is nonfiction. It's all it's investigative journalism, and the movie depicts the problems that these guys have dealing with
the real world coming back,
post-traumatic stress and financial issues and whatnot. Miles Teller and Haley Bennett in the leads as the main couple you follow. Also, and a really good new actor named Beulah Koali plays one of the soldiers, and he's really good. It's a sort of movie that feels like a little bit like eating your spinach. That it's one that you should see because it's an important issue and you need to know about it. But it is also a very good drama and very cathartic in that way. So, and like I said, the performances are great and it's well made. It's the directorial debut of Jason Hall, who wrote the screenplay for American Sniper. So he's got a good sense of combat and the problems that soldiers face coming home.
All right.
So it's worthwhile. 3.5.
3.5 for Thank You for Your Service. All right, let's run these down. The ones that were seen: Christopher Robin, Goodbye Christopher Robin, 2 stars. Loving Vincent, 3.5 stars. And Thank You for Your Service, 3.5 stars. Not screened: Jigsaw, Let There Be Light, Suburbicon, and All I See Is You. Not screened.
How many Jigsaw movies have there been then?
This will be the 9th, I think, of the Saw franchise.
Have you seen all of them, Kerry?
Yeah.
because the last one, Saw 8, was Saw the Final Chapter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you should not be allowed to make another one after that.
Well, the one that always gets me was Final Destination 5. Because just that title is like, wait a minute.
But those movies are all about people meeting their
Their demise.
final destination.
No, but the title is like an oxymoron in itself, so it's great. Next week, yes, Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
Finally get to see this movie that we are all so excited about. Also, we get Bad Moms Christmas.
I'm not excited about that.
No.
Yes, the sequel to that, and this time we get to meet their moms.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now
I bet they're even worse moms.
I might go see. Now, who is in these movies?
Mila Kunis.
Kristen Bell, and Katherine Hahn.
I might go see them if Tyler Perry made these movies. I might. Because
is Medea one of their mothers?
Yeah, it seems similar to a movie.
She's such a
Tyler
bad
Perry.
mom.
Yeah.
Well, the moms are Christine Baranski, Cheryl Hines, and Susan Sarandon.
Good cast.
Yeah.
And then the third one, they'll all get together and meet the bad lieutenant.
Right.
And
or something.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Sean Means.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. Always a pleasure.
All right.
Crash 90th South, 34th West in West Jordan. Crash southbound I-15, milepost 327 in Kaysville, Davis County. Crash northbound I-15, 156 South. There's actually 2 or 3 things going on right through that same area, coming around Point of the Mountain into Draper. Lots of slowage there. Sean Means was late today because there are signal problems, 600 North, 400 West in Salt Lake. And a crash southbound I-15, that's just south of Parish Lane in Davis County. 2017 Day of the Dead celebration, Saturday, October 28th, West Valley's Cultural Celebration Center featuring authentic Mexican culture, food and beverages, and entertainment for all ages. Admission is just $5 for adults, free for kids 12 and under. Go to culturalcelebration.org.
All right. Got the Boner candidates coming up for
Here
round 2.
Here they are. Now, last round of boner voting, we had a very racist element in that one. Same here. Boner candidate number 1, happy racist Halloween. Boner candidate number 2, scouting is supposed to toughen the kids up.
Oh.
And boner candidate number 3, man, That gangbanger is hot.
All right. Boner candidates for round 2 coming up, along with big boy news and opinioendo, all on the way after these.
Mattress Firm.
Yes.
They're, listen, people say, Mattress Firm, Mattress Firm. I know I've seen them around.
Yeah, there's probably one right outside your car window right now.
There might be one sneaking up right behind you. Mattress Firm stores, there are lots of them, and they're just kind of unassuming. So go to mattressfirm.com and look for a store. But they're having a fall asleep sale, and you can save a lot of money, and you should replace your mattress about every 8 years is their thing.
And you probably haven't. You heard us go on and on about the good night's sleep that we're getting, and you go, they won't shut up about their good night's sleep. It's because you don't have a new mattress.
Now, how about this? Sleep at the perfect temperature when you get a new exclusive Beauty Rest Black Memory Foam mattress with black ice, which I think Gina has and can
I love it.
attest to that. You can get that for just $50 a month for 60 months. So don't wait. Go into Mattress Firm, find your perfect mattress, and you won't pay a cent of interest during the sale because you'll get 0% for 5 years. That's the percentage rate. So call 1-866-780-6220 for credit costs and terms, subject to credit approval. It's Mattress Firm.
The X96 Toyota Nightmare Before Xmas is coming.
Don't miss Dash.
I had a bizarre experience yesterday.
What?
So I don't order a lot of stuff from Amazon, but my gosh, it's really convenient. You know,
I was going to say, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I don't do it more, but it's
because it hurts local businesses.
Yeah, I'd rather shop
That's
locally.
the reason you shouldn't.
I'd rather shop locally, but there were every once in a while there's a specialty item I can't find, or I can't find. Maybe it's a pair of some clothing I can't find the right size or whatever. So anyway, I ordered this item. It doesn't matter what it was from Amazon. It was $10, and it was free shipping because I'd have Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the way they track the packages, man, it's really slick. I mean, they say, okay, the package is left here, and now it's here, and now it's here,
Mm-hmm.
and then they say the package has been delivered to your house. It's on
Mm-hmm.
your front porch,
Yeah. Mhm.
and it was there at 3:15.
Yeah.
So when it said that, I went out and there was no package, and I'm looking around. I go, there's no package anywhere, but clearly it said 3:15. So I got a hold of Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, well, I said maybe it just got delivered. It must have just gotten delivered somewhere else, and they said, well, we'll just refund your money. And I said, well, I don't know, should I wait a day or two? Well, you could, but we'll just refund your money, and we'll give you a $5 credit for your trouble. And I said, okay, thanks. And then I thought, I'm not going to order that thing again anyway. I'll go try and find it somewhere else. So yesterday, the woman next door comes over and says, here, this was delivered to my house. Now, Amazon has already said they're going to credit my account for $10.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes over and says, here, this package was delivered here accidentally. It's for you. It's the missing item. So my decision then is, do I keep it and steal $10 from Amazon? Or no, I don't. So
now
no.
you're on record.
Right. Well,
This is the radio bill?
So I say to myself, no, of course I don't. And I called them.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a hassle to get them to take $10 back from me. I was on the phone for a half an hour. It's like they couldn't figure out how to do it practically.
Nobody's ever called to give us money back.
I said, I just don't want to cheat you out of this $10. Well, okay. It's like
we're not used to people.
It's just $10.
Doing the right thing.
I mean, I was on hold for 20 minutes while this woman tried to figure out how to. She wasn't quite. So either she was inept or it just doesn't happen. I don't know. But what a hassle to get to give them back their $10. And I hope I still get my $5 credit.
I'm sure you will.
I hope.
Working in a spider-infested, dusty old studio with substandard equipment in Ogden. Now, Carrie, Bill, and Gina have a big, fancy studio in beautiful downtown Salt Lake. And they still find things to bitch about. X96.
Yeah, we got a big, beautiful studio. What of it, buddy?
You know how long it took us to get here?
We're on this. Listen, we've been on the ground floor all of our career. Now we're on the second floor. We're moving on up.
How many floors this building has?
12.
12 floors?
Yeah. We're high atop the second story.
Can see the 12th floor. It's a nice view. I've been
It
up
is.
there. It's
Yeah.
nice. That would be.
Oh, you go poop up there, don't you?
Yeah. It's vacant. I just yeah.
And there are some washing machines up there that he likes to use.
There's no waiting up there.
No,
It's just, you know,
private's quiet.
Yeah.
because I'm telling you, at 10 a.m., both the men's rooms
Yeah.
just loaded.
Yeah.
Every jock getting off at 10 just goes.
Loaded. Loaded.
So, anyway. Oh, hi. 8:20. Time for round 2 of your boner voting. 3 news stories that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you will decide with your vote which of these 3 candidates is the worst. Which of these 3 deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. It'll go up against the winner of round 1, which we did in the 7 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
Boner fight happens at 9:25. So, two candidates now, then a third candidate after the news. And once you've heard all 3, you will vote. And one of you lucky random boner voters will receive something nice.
Well, gift certificate to Fat Cats, where we're doing a mixer on Monday, 6 to 8 p.m.
So here's boner candidate number 1. Happy Racist Halloween. And I've had this discussion with interns and with Dylan, and I've had this discussion with myself over the years about how to arrange the boner candidates.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe I should have put this one in the first round because we had a racist one in the first round, and maybe they could have gone against each other. Just excuse me, but
which racism is the worst racism?
Yeah, and I don't. So what I've determined over the years, and I was just asking them about this, is I just sort of do it randomly. I don't try to arrange them in any particular order usually. So this is how they fell out.
Okay.
So this one, Happy Racist Halloween. 2 photos on social media.
Are we going to see these at x96.com/live?
I would think, yeah, at least one of them show students in Ku Klux Klan robes.
Oh, great.
Chesapeake Public School officials in Virginia are investigating these photos, reportedly featuring Hickory High School students. Both of the photos depict students in KKK attire and were posted to Instagram. In one post, a pair of teens are seen extending their arms in a Nazi salute, saying, the caption is saying, "Happy Halloween, effers." And
hilarious.
School officials wouldn't confirm whether there would be consequences for the offensive posts. Some parents, however, said the district should not be responsible for taking any disciplinary action against the student. "It makes me angry," said Kitty Thompson. It's up to the parents, though, to discipline those kids and tell them what's right and wrong. Well, apparently they haven't ever done that, the parents.
Nope.
Because if they had, see, again, when I was in high school, it would never have occurred to me to do this. I just
No,
wouldn't have
because
done
you're
it.
not a horrible person.
Boner candidate number 1, Happy Racist Halloween. Here's boner candidate number 2. Scouting is supposed to toughen kids up. Come on. Scout leaders, we've had them.
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania a Pennsylvania Boy Scout leader accused of smashing 2 scouts' heads together at a camp meeting has been charged with a crime. State police on Tuesday announced charges of harassment, simple assault, and child endangerment against 28-year-old Matthew McKeon. The charges stem from an October 14 meeting at the Hawk Mountain Boy Scout Camp in Schuylkill County. Police say that the Birdsboro man discussed 2 boys' involvement in a Cub Scout Halloween contest and then knocked their heads together. The boys complained of concussion-like symptoms afterward. Listen. The Hawk Mountain Council of Boy Scouts of America can call the allegations unacceptable. and they can remove the Scoutmaster. But I say scouting is supposed to toughen these kids up. It's boner candidate number 2. And, you know, I had Scoutmasters like that. They did.
Oh, yeah.
They did stuff like that. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3, which will be, man, that gangbanger is hot. And you'll want to see the picture at x96.com/live, or it's also on our Facebook page, or our website, x96.com, if you look for Boners Round 2, Candidate 3. But now, news.
Big boy news brought to you by
the 2017 Day of the Dead celebration, Saturday, October 28th at West Valley's Cultural Celebration Center, featuring authentic Mexican culture, food, beverages, and entertainment for all ages. Admission is $5 for adults, free for kids 12 and under. Find details at culturalcelebration.org.
Well, here you go, Gina.
What?
31-year-old man who helped repair houses in Galveston, Texas after Hurricane Harvey has died because of flesh-eating bacteria.
Wow.
It is the second person working to clean up the Hurricane Harvey aftermath who has died from flesh-eating bacteria.
Yeah.
2 deaths so far.
You haven't heard of Harvey in a while. You thought that was all done and cleaned up?
No. Plenty of cleanup left to do because of Hurricane Harvey. Plenty of cleanup left to do in Puerto Rico as well. But the 2-year-old energy company that was awarded a $300 million contract to repair Puerto Rico's crippled power grid, you know, the energy company that until 2 months ago had 2 employees. Oh, it's the energy company that's from a small town in Montana, Whitefish, Montana, where Ryan Zinke, the Secretary of the Interior, I believe, has also lived. And certainly Zinke is from Montana. You know, that energy company. They got a $300.
They didn't bid it. They didn't bid it out. They just awarded it.
They were just given this, and they now they have a lot of employees. They quickly hired a bunch of people and headed down to Puerto Rico to help with the power grid. Well, they threatened on Wednesday to pull 44 of their workers from San Juan over Mayor Carmen Yulin Cruz's criticism of the contract that they were awarded. Montana's Whitefish Energy blasted Ms. Yulin Cruz, after she said that their no-bid contract to repair the island's power grid should be voided and a more transparent process should take place. After calling the mayor's comments misplaced, Whitefish Energy offered to just simply remove their workers from the city completely over the mayor's comments.
Yeah, but they said it in such a snotty way.
We've got 44 linemen rebuilding power lines in your city, and 40 more men just arrived. Oh, so you just want us to send them back, or you want them to keep working? The San Juan mayor responded to their vague threat by claiming the comment implies that Whitefish will not treat the city of San Juan with the diligence that it deserves, thus admitting political motivations. Yulin Cruz blasted the Whitefish contract and the process in which it was handed out. He said it should have been done in a transparent way. Somebody's going to get to the bottom of that.
Will they?
I think. No, I think somebody will.
Are there people on Capitol Hill who
I think someone
will look into this stuff? Or are they all just going to stand there and let it happen because they're getting their agendas passed?
I think someone will look into it. And Senate Republicans voted on Tuesday to strike down a sweeping new rule that would have allowed millions of Americans to band together in class action lawsuits against financial institutions. The overturning of the rule, with Vice President Mike Pence breaking a 50-50 tie, will further loosen regulation of Wall Street as the Trump administration and Republicans move to roll back Obama-era policies enacted in the wake of the 2008 economic crisis. By defeating the rule, Republicans are dismantling a major effort of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the bureau that is designed to protect you consumers in the financial world. They're on dismantling rules that have been put in place to protect you consumers. And I forgot this story, and I should pull it up here too. There are reports that because Donald Trump hated Barack Obama so much and everything that he did, he looked into changing the name of. So during the Obama administration, there's this big mountain, the highest. Is it the highest point in America? I think it is.
Yeah.
And it was called Mount McKinley in Alaska forever and ever. It's been, well, not forever and ever. It's been called that for many, many decades. But the native people called it Denali. That's the name of the mountain according to the native people who lived there, Denali. But somewhere along the line, somebody thought it would be important to honor former President McKinley, and they named that mountain after him, Mount McKinley. The native people in Alaska never liked it, but there it was. So during the Obama administration, Obama was persuaded that we should revert back to the name of Denali.
Okay. Yeah.
And the citizens of Alaska, native and non-native, all liked that idea, and they did. They changed it to Denali. It is reported that Donald Trump looked into changing it back to Mount McKinley. For no other reason than it's something that Obama did.
I'm undoing everything Obama did.
Wait, that's why he ran. It's because Obama teased him at that correspondence dinner.
Okay, look,
so it's like everything that he is. We got to reverse that.
We got so much to get to.
Okay, go.
So
you got about 7 minutes here.
Six,
good. Okay. 7 minutes.
I always fear like I'm running out of time, and there is just a lot going on. Good news, Arizona has just announced they will have the first marijuana drive-through dispensary. Is it in the country? But they're activating their very first marijuana drive-through window in Arizona on Friday.
I didn't even know Arizona had legal.
They have medical marijuana. It's a nice first-time patients will have to come into the store to register, but once you're registered, you can just get your gummies. Just they'll hand them to you.
Do they have a menu
through
board?
the window? Yeah.
Can I get the extra value meal?
I'm sure they do.
How can I help you?
Can I supersize?
Would you like some extra gummies with that? Would you perhaps like a brownie? Can we?
Yeah, that's what'll happen.
You
there.
warm that brownie up. That'd be nice.
The Las Vegas shooter's brother has been arrested on charges of child pornography.
Now, I didn't open the story. I just read the headline on that.
Bruce Paddock, who has a lengthy criminal history apparently, was busted at an assisted living facility in North Hollywood, California. Police were tipped off about child porn on his computer, got a search warrant. Yep, there it was. And they arrested Mr. Paddock. Now, locally, now this is in the Salt Lake Tribune today, a majority of voters here in Utah, according to a poll, 51% of Republicans and 92% of Democrats have shown consistent support for Medicaid expansion. You know, the thing that the state legislature has been dithering over and trying to block for years now. But the voters say, those who have been surveyed, if it's on the ballot, we would vote to expand it. So why it doesn't have to be on the ballot? They could just do it.
Yeah.
But Governor Herbert and Greg Hughes and others have consistently blocked that, and that means many people who need health care don't get it.
You must all be Republicans.
And I find that absolutely infuriating. And then most Utahns also, it says in a poll, support the Dreamers, DACA. Most Utahns say, no, come on. They're citizens. They should be allowed to stay
They're not only they're good contributing members of society.
Yeah, and that's what people...
They're in school, they work, they are not criminals. They have to pass all of those things in order to qualify for that.
See, this once again points out, and I'm not the only one who's ever said this. I mean, I've just heard it from other people, but it's true. The people who are in power in the state of Utah are much more conservative than the average voter.
Yep. I would say that, yeah.
Republican voters, most Republican voters, the majority of Republican voters in Utah are compassionate people. They're people who believe in giving people a fair shake, and they also have probably more of a live and let live attitude than people would give them credit for. Live and let live meaning, you drink and I don't, and that's okay. you believe that it's okay to use medical marijuana or to smoke marijuana. I don't think that's a good thing. It's against or drink coffee or whatever. That's against. But if you want to do that, that's I will live my life and you can live your life. And I think most Utahns are like that.
But those people don't run for office. You run for office when you feel strongly about something one way or another.
They do run for office. They do run for office, and they're they have been squeezed out. Squozed out. They've been pushed out by, first of all, that caucus system, which, God, they keep trying to make sure that stays in place.
Groups like the Sutherland Institute as well, they also pick and choose.
There now, multiple women have accused a reporter named Mark Halprin of sexual harassment.
Try to keep track of all the harassment in the news.
Mark Halprin is pretty famous. He has done a lot of political reporting, and he has been the political director of ABC News. He co-authored a book called Game Change. One woman told the network she was assaulted while visiting Halprin in the early 2000s. I went up to have a soda and talk, and he just kissed me and grabbed my boobs, she said. I froze. I didn't know what to do. And he's been... And I'm sure Sean Hannity is gleefully jumping on that because he's been kind of characterized as a pretty liberal person, a liberal reporter. Marilyn Manson has fired Twiggy Ramirez from the band because he said, we've decided to part ways with Jordy White or Twiggy Ramirez. Manson didn't overtly attribute the severance to the rape allegations against his bandmate. The decision does come on the heels of Jessica Adams accusing Twiggy Ramirez, the bass player, of sexual assault. And let's see, is there something fine and funny we can... Oh, here we go.
Give us something light, Bill Allred.
A new Ryan Murphy show. Now, I'm not a big fan of the American Horror Story stuff.
He's not Glee.
He does. Yeah, he's Glee.
Is he Glee?
Yeah. Isn't he? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's Glee as well.
Anyway.
But I really ended up liking that Joan Crawford, Betty Davis feud. He's doing a new show called Pose. And he's made history already with that show by casting 5 transgender actors as series regulars. So Ryan Murphy and FX are producing a pilot for the drama called Pose, which is to be a portrait of life in the 80s in New York City. According to The Hollywood Reporter, it will depict 2 apparently juxtaposed social strata, Wall Street culture and various literary, LGBT, and downtown scenes of New York. The cast reportedly came together after a 6-month-long national search. The show's transgender actors are MJ Rodriguez, who's been on Nurse Jackie and Luke Cage, Angelica Ross from Transparent, Hallie Shahar, who has appeared on Mr. Robot, India Moore, and Dominique Jackson. Other cast members include Ryan Jamal Swain, Billy Porter, and Dylan Burnside. So there you go.
Sports weather traffic.
You got a lot of baseball last night. If you stayed up to watch it all, 11 innings, record-setting number of home runs, and in the end, the Astros won. So now the series is tied 1-1. Game 3 is Friday night in Houston. The Jazz lost last night in Phoenix. That's your sports. Weather is nice today. Nice all weekend, all through Halloween. We're going to be in the low to mid 60s and no rain in sight. So that's good news for trick-or-treaters or trunk-or-treaters or whatever you're doing. Let's see. We've got a crash southbound I-15 at Parrish Lane in Davis County. Just that mess in Draper going northbound I-15 is still an issue. A couple of accidents there earlier this morning. We still have delays because of that. Crash northbound I-215, 33rd South in Salt Lake. That's traffic.
All right. Here's Boner Candidate number 3. You should go to x96.com/live to see this picture. It really is necessary for this story, or you can see it at x96.com. Boners round 2 for today, and it's man, that transgender is hot. A California gang member's mugshot has fans drooling on Facebook and some even offering to pay to spring her from jail.
She's got a impressive neck tattoo.
Yes, she does.
Lots
it
of them.
goes from her neck all the way down to her cleavage.
Probably further than that.
Her name is Marilla Ponce, whom authorities say is a member of the Tiny Rascal Gang.
The Tiny Rascal, they sound harmless.
Yeah,
the
that's
Tiny
that's what they want you to think.
Hey, let's put on a show.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think. They want you to think they're harmless. She was arrested on Monday during a routine traffic stop in Fresno. The tatted 20-year-old, who was with her infant child and 2 other Tiny Rascals gang members, was in possession of a loaded, stolen firearm during the stop. She was arrested on 2 felony weapons charges, and another passenger was busted for an unrelated felony. All were booked into the county jail. Oh, by the way, the gun she had with her, it's really cute. It's kind of a pinkish Luger-type gun. It's really a cute
Adorable gun?
Oh, it's adorable. The Fresno Police Department posted her mugshot, quickly went viral, gathering 3,500 shares in just 2 days, with fans thirsting over her good looks. The only crime she committed was stealing my heart, said somebody. Another commentator went as far as offering to pay her bail, which is set at $100,000. I'ma just go bail her out. Free this hot gangbanger chick, somebody wrote. How much is bail? I'll pay it, somebody else said. Ponce is one of several hot felons who've attracted attention on social media since Mr. Jeremy Meeks, who's now a wife-beating model, was arrested in California. You remember that guy,
Yes.
yeah, who everybody said was so hot. And if you really look at him closely, he's
Not so
not
hot.
so hot. But there you go, man. Boner candidate number 3. Man, that gangbanger is hot.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Happy Racist Halloween is number 1. Photos on social media showing kids at a Virginia high school in Ku Klux Klan robes. Boner candidate number 2. Scouting is supposed to toughen the kids up. Scoutmaster in Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, slamming 2 Cub Scouts' heads together, because they're tougher. We got to do that. And then boner candidate number 3. Man, that gangbanger is hot.
All right. Time to decide here in round 2 which of these 3 candidates is the worst of these 3, which deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number. Put it in the message of a text, just the number, and text it to 33986. Easy. Most people vote that way. That's one way to vote. The other way, call 877-602-9696. And the third and final way to vote is online at x96.com. Just go to our website, look for the box that says Round 2, October 26. You can vote there. If you don't see that box, you can refresh, and it should appear. Less than 300 seconds, like 4.5 minutes is all you got. So let's get the Round 2 boner voting going. Now.
X96 is Utah's original alternative with a 1-hour nonstop music wingding coming up.
So we flew all Nippon Airlines?
Mm-hmm.
And
you're saying it wrong.
I'm probably saying it wrong.
And how was Nippon Airlines?
You know, you remember when you used to fly and you got a meal?
Yeah.
Maybe two?
And you were treated nicely?
You were treated nicely. You got
It was a special experience?
actual silverware. Let me show you.
Yeah.
You have a picture of actual silverware?
No, I've got actual
He's got
silverware.
it with him.
You stole it?
Shh.
Carrie.
They're our allies, Gina.
Yes,
It's okay.
Look at that. Actual metal. Can you believe that? All Nippon Airlines right there. A&A on the thing. So and they're little, you know. So
Yeah.
But you could do some damage with this. You could, but they don't have those concerns. This is the theme music for All Nippon Airways.
Is that was playing while
So this
you're
is while you're
being
boarding?
seated? Yeah.
While you're boarding, this is
It's lovely.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very nice. So anyway, yeah, it was amazing. Flying was actually pleasant.
And you know why that is? Because those countries, Carrie, are this close to being communist.
Oh, really?
Well,
if that's the case, we could learn from them.
The government subsidizes the airlines quite heavily in most other countries.
How about that? Maybe that's something that should be looked at, because everywhere I went throughout Tokyo and Seoul and Busan, the streets were clean. People had jobs. It was such.
They seemed happy?
They seemed happy. But yeah, I had a wonderful time. Just oh, here it is. And this was
you want to go back?
This
don't
was
you?
no, this was on a loop. And you know how my earworm is.
It stayed with you. Oh, you do. You know the tune.
Yes. Because it would not stop. It just kept playing over and over. It's the only unpleasant experience about flying on A&A. It's the only thing. Award round 2 of your boner voting.
And round 2, I have my headphones on backwards.
Do you hear things backwards when you do that?
Yeah, it's just not comfortable. So round 2 is brought to you in part by some delicious brown rice.
And looking for stress-free place for your holiday or birthday parties, go to Fat Cats. Great food, bowling, glow-in-the-dark, mini golf, arcade prizes, fun for all ages. Fat Cats will work with you to customize the most entertaining party. Book today. Visit fatcatsfun.com.
And we'll see you there on Monday for our bowling mixer, 6 to 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And there will be trunk or treating, and the bar will be open too. So we had boner candidate number 1, Happy Racist Halloween. Kids at a high school in Virginia dressing up in Ku Klux Klan outfits. Boner candidate number 2, Scout and Itch supposed to talk. There's a drone outside of our window right there.
Oh, yeah, right there.
I wonder, are they, are they spying? Yep, they are looking at us.
They're zooming in.
Yep.
It's this guy down here.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just something you don't see every day. So So scouting is supposed to toughen kids up. That's the Scoutmaster in Pennsylvania banging kids' heads together. And boner candidate number 3, oh man, that gangbanger is hot. the stupid people who would drool over that photo and say, "Oh, I'm gonna bail her out. She's got my heart." And she's a criminal. There's nothing really attractive about her at all. So Johnny won the Fat Cats gift card, and the winner, boner candidate number 1, Happy Racist Halloween.
Okay,
so I don't know how. So you got
to choose at 9:25 for boner of the day between
who's the worst racist.
Yeah, it's 2 racist candidates happening at 9:25 for boner fights. So.
Racism is bad. Can we play that?
So yeah, it's tiring sometimes. The news is tiring. I know.
Oh yeah.
I don't relish doing it sometimes.
Should we have? Now we did this during the campaign.
Oh.
Where was it Thursdays? We did no politics Thursday. Do we need to bring that back?
We only did that during the campaign.
Yeah.
I know, but
maybe
do we need to talk about bringing that back?
We'll consider it.
I don't know what I did with the No Politics Thursday jingles. I may have moved them to the archives, but
I maybe this is.
Maybe we'll talk about it.
I don't know, because I've talked to you guys on the air, and Carrie and I actually were talking about it off the air this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And our friend Dr. Torres told me that that political anxiety is an actual diagnosis, and I think I have. I mean, I've joked about going to talk to a therapist about the political climate and how upset it makes me. And
it's No Politics Thursday on X96 Radio from Hell.
I don't think you should joke about going to talk to a therapist. I don't think that's not a laughing matter, and you should just go talk to one.
But my point, the thing I was joking about is, it's making me crazy talking about politics. So why would I go to a therapist and talk about how politics is making me crazy?
Well, you wouldn't talk about politics with them. You would talk about what you can do
to not be crazy,
to help handle the situation. But see, we're in a weird situation. If we had a different job, and I've said this before, if I had a different job, I would be one of those people who just did not pay attention to stuff.
I might too.
I would
really?
I would be blissfully ignorant about this stuff.
I wouldn't talk about it much, but I wouldn't.
I mean, I would still be up on all my geek stuff, and I'd keep track of that stuff. But as far as like actual news, I'd just know the bare minimum. Just bare minimum, and the blissfully ignorant.
My wife kind of does that. She pretty much just stays away from it as much as she can. And not only that, but also the horrible crimes against children stories and all of that kind of crap that I have to look at it every day.
See, my poor husband comes home from work and I just unload on him about all the stuff that's bothering me, and he very calmly and rationally talks me down. And
well, so you have a therapist.
I mean, kind of. But I say to him, and I think I say this to him almost every day, I'm sorry you're coming home to me.
Well, then don't do that to the poor guy.
But
I don't do that to my wife.
He makes me feel better.
I don't do that to my wife.
And
mostly she doesn't want to hear it, and I'm not going to tell her about it.
Yes, Dylan, all red.
Oh, hi, Dylan. How are you?
I still have my bag of whistles.
For no politics.
For No Politics Thursday.
And anytime we violate that.
I bought a bag of whistles. Go through them.
I'm proposing we try to bring it back.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Why? Let's talk about it now.
I don't want to decide it now on the air.
I'm the decider.
There's 7 whistles.
Okay.
I wanted you to whistle.
Okay,
there
no then.
Well, then we'd have been down to 6 whistles.
Then no. No.
What? Why?
No, because I'd rather talk about it off the air. There are ramifications.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What?
I have these whistles.
What? I don't know.
So if we're not doing No Politics, you got to find a way to get rid of these whistles.
I don't know what there is to talk about.
What?
I don't know what the negative is for doing.
I'll tell you off the air.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point.
Are these officially sanctioned coach whistles?
No, those are cheap party store whistles.
Oh, well, okay, then. I'm not sure if we want to.
Don't touch them where people would put their mouths.
How many times have I heard that?
They're cheap party store whistles.
How about No Politics Tuesday? Is it the day of the week you have the problem?
Then Doug would have to change the jingle. Doug put a lot of work into this.
No Politics.
She wants. You know, I'd rather not make major decisions about the show on the air.
I think it's the perfect place to do it.
Of course you
No
do.
Politics
Look at
Thursday on X96
Can I
Radio
come
from
over-
Hell.
See, that was a lot of work for Doug, and then you'd have to ask him to make a Tuesday one.
No Politics Thursday on X96 Radio from Hell.
He made
Can
5
I
of
come
these.
over to your house and tell your husband all of the things about you that drive me crazy so he'll talk me down?
It'll make you feel better.
I want him to talk me down.
Politics Thursday on X96 Radio from Hell.
See, because
Want
he'd
a
have to
whistle?
change.
Will a whistle help?
No
You
Trump,
can have a-
no Clinton, no politics at all.
See, that's how old that one is.
See, that's
No, Carrie, that's still relevant.
Oh, to the Republican
is
Party, yeah.
still
They forgot
relevant.
that she didn't win the nomination. So
that is a minor aspect of what we're talking about here. Making extra work for poor Doug is just a minor aspect of the ramifications I'm talking about.
how about no politics weekend? I think that's a great.
There you go. It's a no politics weekend, and we just take every single song that has any political thing about it out of the library.
That could be a problem. That could be a problem.
Or how about an all politics weekend? Only political protest songs.
Crash southbound I-15 approaching 53rd South in Murray. Cars are off to the left shoulder. We've got slowage related to that. Vehicle fire southbound I-15 approaching Parish Lane in Centerville. Cars are on the right shoulder. Flames are out, but there's still slowage as traffic is going by. Residual slowage northbound I-15 through the Draper-Sandy area due to some earlier crashes there. Crash at the intersection 5400 South, 5600 West. And looks like that is traffic.
Oh, no.
What?
Bad news for you, Gina, from
What?
the all-knowing Sue.
What?
The company that manufactures your new murder blanket has ties to a GOP alt-right super PAC. They make big contributions. You don't want to be associated with that, do you, Snowflake?
My murder blanket is a liberal murder blanket.
Not according to him.
All right. Let's see. We've got stuff to give away coming up after 9 o'clock. We got, is it Killers tickets? Yes, Killers tickets. Also a Fat Cats gift card and some other stuff. So stand by for that.
And you know what what would be? You know what would make you feel better, right?
What?
Well, I know what would make me feel better if somebody bought me a Diamond Eternity ring.
Actually, that would help.
Yeah. Go to Diamonds Direct. Listen, they are changing the way jewelry is sold in this state. Because their prices are so low. And the way they do that is, first of all, this is not the only Diamonds Direct store in the country. And they buy massive amounts of diamond jewelry.
And what that does for you is it makes the price lower and it gives you a better selection to choose from.
And they also have ties to the diamond merchants, what do they call it? The market, the trading market in Tel Aviv. And so you can buy all kinds of, not just loose diamonds and diamond jewelry, though, earrings, pendants, eternity bands, bracelets, fashion rings, stackable rings, all of that stuff at Diamonds Direct for a lot less money than any place else.
The education is what I think is cool.
Yeah,
when you go in and they'll teach you all about diamonds, not just where they come from, but the whole process. It's fascinating.
They guarantee also the nation's best price on diamonds at Diamonds Direct.
Yeah.
So go to Diamonds Direct. They're on 6400 South, just across from the Fashion Place Mall.
X96 is giving away tickets to see the Killers every weekday at 9, 2, and 5.
We found a pair. My wife found a pair, I should say, of clown shoes at the DI. A giant
Sad
pair.
dead clown.
I've got a.
That's immediately what I thought was dead clown.
How else do they end up
I
at
went
the
right to dead
What's
clown.
sad? What's sad about a dead clown? That is a day of celebration.
Depends on where you find him.
Yeah.
If you find him in the forest, that's kind of sad.
It's a gigantic pair. I think they were. I'll take a picture of them and present them next week.
She bought them?
Yeah, for my kid. Giant pair of. They're plastic, but they're meant to be. You can wear them. A giant pair, and I think they're pastel, like baby blue, clown shoes.
Is there a law that says clown shoes should always be red?
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
what I thought.
They're
It
red.
seems to
The
me they
nose
were-
is red. The shoes are red.
It seems to me they were. Yeah.
And was he excited about the clown shoes?
Well, thrilled.
Congressman Bozo would like to put forth the following law: that clown shoes will always be red.
You know, I proposed this many years ago. I think we should have a National Clown Day where everyone in the United States, by law, everyone, by law, is required to wear a clown costume. And I mean everyone, from the president to the members of Congress.
You wouldn't do that.
If it was a law,
You would stay home.
police officers in your home, people could come and knock. Authorities would come and knock on your door, dressed as clowns, and say,
Clown check.
"Are you? Yeah, exactly. Are you in there? If you're not dressed as a clown, you're going to clown jail."
You see, this is why Bill would be an excellent Republican. He fails to see the constitutionality. And that's why
the Constitution is suspended for one
day.
One day, maybe a week. A week.
What is the purpose of everybody being a clown?
It would humble all of us. It would humble all of us. We would all become clowns.
That's why you won't do it.
I can see exactly.
I think National Clown Week, and
Really?
everyone has to dress as a clown for an entire week. You'd have to go to old folks' homes and dress the retirees and the shut-ins as clown. Even if it meant just as something as simple as just putting a nose on them.
Question.
Yes.
What about people in comas?
Yes.
Because they need to be humbled. If you've ever met a bunch of people that are up
surgeons, people performing surgery, and the patients, everyone. And now a surgeon, he couldn't wear the big dumb gloves, but he could maybe have to have a nose on under the mask. All of that.
All right.
Right? I think I'm gonna. You elect me, the mayor of Salt Lake. I'll start it in Salt Lake. It'll be Salt Lake Clown Week, and everyone in Salt Lake will have to dress as a clown.
Now, luckily, I live in unincorporated Salt Lake, so
That's you'll be. But if you come into my city,
all right.
No clowning around.
Oh.
All right.
That's where the term clown fever will come from. People who are sick and won't come in.
Gina Barberi on Twitter at RFHGina. Radio from Hell on X96.
X96 proud to welcome the Killers to the Vivint Smart Home Arena Tuesday, February 6th. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com, or maybe you'll win them from us right now. I'm going to give you a keyword.
Yeah.
You'll text this keyword to 33986, and maybe you'll win tickets. Keyword is read. READ, read. Text that to 33986.
Okay. Now, we have a guest in the studio here, and I'm not sure exactly how to address him. Is it Mr. Viking, Mr. Thor? How do I address you, sir?
I am Thor Grimm.
Thor Grimm. And do I have to kind of say Grimm?
Well, of course.
Of course.
If you want to say my name correctly,
Thor Grimm.
You now want to insult me in front of your friends here.
Here we go.
I would not.
Where the booming heavens roar, you'll behold in breathless wonder the God of thunder, mighty Thor.
I would not insult him, Mr. Thor Grimm.
Thor Grimm.
He has a hatchet there, which looks sharp, and he's also brought his. Have you seen his hammer here, Carrie?
He can't pick it up and show it to you.
Thor could, but he's not.
Well, this is Thor Grimm.
Yes, I'm a different Thor. So many of us. It gets confusing, I know.
Get a look at this thing. I'm coming around.
Yeah.
It's a good-looking hammer.
It is. I know something about that hammer here. I've just been reading about it. But let's talk about why Mr. Try and pick it up, Carrie. Just so you can see what.
You're not worthy, Carrie. See, that's why I won't try to pick it up, because I don't want to feel bad about myself.
Now, Mr. Thor Grimm is here because and I've been looking forward to this. I'm a member, one of the charter members of the Natural History Museum of Utah, and it is Thor's Day.
Oh, indeed. Well, on a Saturday.
It's on a Saturday.
It's Thor's Day on a Saturday.
Today is Thor's Day.
Yes, today is Thor's Day.
So what's happening on Saturday?
Oh, well, we're having a great get-together, a great celebration for our wonderful and great God, the hero of mankind, the son of Othin, the god of thunder, Thor. Of course you know about, I'm sure everyone.
Well, sure.
I mean, how could anybody not?
Yeah.
But I'd like to celebrate him. So how do we do that?
Well, every week you have your own personal Thor's Day.
That's true.
I mean, I hope you go out and sacrifice a few goats.
So Thursday really was named after Thor.
Yes, all of the days of the week are named after
Norse gods. Yeah.
Yes, Germanic deities, except for Saturday. In our language, that was Lager Day, which means wash day. And I suppose when the Christians took over, they decided they did not want to take baths anymore, so they changed the name to Saturday.
Okay. So the Natural History Museum of Utah doing a wonderful, because everything they do is great. And I haven't seen it yet, but there's a whole thing about the Vikings. And but this special celebration opening on Saturday at the Natural History Museum. It's up at the Rio Tinto Center. Saturday, October 28th, from 1 to 5. They're putting a superhuman twist on the exhibit, Vikings Beyond the Legend. What are some of the things they're going to be doing?
Well, there's going to be a costume contest. And, of course, we want people to bring their Thor costumes. I mean, it's right before Halloween, which I've heard is a great celebration here for all things dead.
Yeah.
But
all things dead.
You can come wear your costumes. The first 200 who come through the door in Thor costumes will be given a special gift pack.
So if you dress like Thor or a Viking.
Or a Viking, yes.
All right. And then it says here there will be special Thor-themed food at the museum cafe. What kind of food is that?
Well, I was asking the same question because I do not think sweaty large men taste that good.
No.
Which is what I imagine Thor tastes like.
Yeah, so it's
very salty.
Yeah, so it's Thor-themed food, though. What? You have any idea what that is?
Well,
sandwiches.
Yes, I think it's regular food with Thor names on it, is my guess.
All right.
Odin's fries and things like that.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, Asgard avalanche ice cream
Yes.
and that sort of thing. Now, also you'll be able to see the exhibit, Vikings Beyond the Legend. I mean, who were the Vikings? What did they do? Where did they go? And They were quite the world travelers.
Oh, it's a fantastic exhibit as well. I mean, when can you, in Utah, go and see actual artifacts from the Viking Age, from Sweden? Normally you can't. I've looked so far, and all I've seen is red dirt everywhere.
But there will be actual Viking artifacts at the museum, and an explanation of the history of these people and where they ended up.
Heber, right?
Heber. Yeah. No, it's
Midway.
Midway. There we go. Midway. I think.
Everywhere.
I thought it was Spanish Fork.
There's a lot of Icelanders there.
A lot of Icelanders down there.
It's this Saturday, the Natural History Museum of Utah at the Rio Tinto Center. And then I guess they're giving away tickets to see the Thor movie as well, right?
Oh, indeed. I mean, I've not seen it because it's not out yet. I've seen the earlier ones. They showed it to me. They said, Thorgrim, come and look at your people. And I was very confused. I didn't quite follow. Thor is not Loki's brother. I mean, they did do a good job, though, because Thor is a little bit, let's say, simple. He's a little bit simple. He's not very complicated in his thinking.
That really is true. And I think, what's his name, the actor who does it?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth does that well. He has this kind of slight dim-witted edge to the character, which I quite like.
It's well, that's Thor.
Yeah.
Thor is that way exactly in our
all about
stories.
smashing things.
Yeah.
It's,
Thor.
Hitting things with his hammer. That'll fix it,
Well, Mr. Thor Grimm, thanks for being with us. Everybody, now will you be up there at the...
yes, I will be telling stories. There will be storytelling there as well about Thor and Loki, who is not Thor's brother.
Right, is not Thor's brother.
He is Othin's blood brother. They are great, famous friends, Othin and Loki.
Well, they just took a few liberties for the movie. It's just it's artistic license is what they call it.
It's Shakespearean. You get the brother feud,
Yeah. So it's this celebration is this Saturday, and it's from 1 to 5 p.m. at the Natural History Museum. And if you want to find out more, you can go to nhmu.utah.edu, and they'll have it all laid out there for you as well. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's fine meeting you.
Well,
I'm excited to have met such emissaries of hell.
Emissaries of hell.
The frozen
I like
underworld. I hope that she sends her regards.
Yes, Hela.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe we should call ourselves that from now on. We're the emissaries.
Emissaries.
We're not the lords of morning radio anymore.
We're just
the
emissaries.
emissaries of morning radio.
Okay, I like that.
And if for some reason Thor had dropped his hammer on your foot and you were injured, you might need
Gina. By the way, we should mention that hammer that's here. I just wanted to mention, it's made by a blacksmith up in Eden, Utah, up in the in the valley there. Yeah, but if you got that thing dropped on
and
your
you
foot,
were injured,
you call the advocates.
And that's not about suing Thor.
I need to sue.
That's about getting an advocate to talk to your insurance company, to talk to Thor's insurance company.
I think Matt over at Driggs Bills and Day, the advocates, UtahAdvocates.com, would say, well, you can't sue Thor.
Well, Mjolnir was forged by magic elves. We'd have to sue the magic elves, I'm afraid.
Sue the elves.
It's not about suing. It's about having an advocate that will speak for you and make sure you get the compensation you need.
And go to court with you if it needs to happen. So call the advocates at 801-355-5550. That's 801-355-5550. You'll talk to an attorney. They won't charge you anything unless they get you a settlement. Or you can chat with them online, UtahAdvocates.com.
And it's free to talk to an attorney. A lot of people think that you need to pay an attorney his hour to get an idea or find out if you have a case. No, it's free. So go to UtahAdvocates.com. With all the crap that's going on in the world today, I think we should just go bowling.
Well, it just so happens we're having our Halloween bowling mixer Monday, October 30th at Fat Cats in Salt Lake.
Put on a costume, or don't put on a costume, and join us Monday, October 30th at Fat Cats, 3739 South, 900 East, from 6 to 8 p.m. It's just $9.63 for unlimited bowling, including your shoes and glow golf, too.
Bring a date or the whole family. Fat Cats will be having their annual trunk or treat with lots of candy and a costume raffle to win a Nintendo Switch, with proceeds going to a local charity.
I think there'll be beer and pizza, too. Standard prerequisites for a night of bowling.
Hope to see you there. You can find out more details at x96.com.
This is our good friend, Sean Hogan.
Radio from Hell on X96.
So anyway, we're up there, getting bags of food and turkeys. But when we first got there,
this is before we went on the air.
Now I didn't say this to her on the air, did I?
No. No, this was before we went on.
She introduced herself, and I forget her name. Hi, I'm so and so with the food bank, and we said hi, and she handed us a fact sheet, and it's just a few things there, and she said, and then she said, I don't even think we asked her to be on the radio.
Didn't.
She said, I don't want to go on the radio, and Carrie said, well, come on, we've got to. Want to talk to somebody from the food bank?
Yeah.
You're here. You're an expert.
I believe every year we have spoken with somebody.
Yeah, and I said, well, we need somebody from the food bank. We'd like somebody from the food bank to talk. And she said, well, what are you going to ask me? and it made me a little mad.
It did, because it's kind of a
and I said, well,
question.
I'm going to ask you, what the velocity of a V1 rocket is, and how to build a diesel truck, and what is the composition of quartzite.
I said,
I'm gonna ask you stuff that you can answer about the food bank.
The stuff that was on the sheet.
Easy stuff. She ran. She disappeared. And never came back.
Yeah.
And no one else from the food bank.
No.
She was the representative that morning.
And
you could have handled that. Better.
Yeah, I could have. And I think I did say, well, could you get us somebody who will talk? I think I said that, and that's when she said, well, what are you going to ask me?
I think he was just trying to point out to her that that was kind of a silly question. You're here to represent the food bank. Tell us about hungry people.
I was, but I kind of snapped at her.
But people that have never been on the radio or put in that position, it makes them nervous just right off the bat.
Gina, I don't think, again, you really need, other than that seems to be your role, to apologize for this. I'm doing the apologizing. You don't need to.
Once again,
it's my turn to apologize.
Stepping all over Bill's thing.
Stop apologizing. I'm apologizing.
You're always there to ruin the punchline, and now you're ruining the apology.
And quit throwing your shoes at me.
Wait, there's another one.
So she really never said why she didn't want to be on the air, did she?
No, but she was scared. She was nervous.
She did the I don't want to be on the air.
Maybe she had a real job and was supposed to be at work and didn't want anybody to hear her.
No, but anyway, I feel bad about it. I'm sorry. I'd like to find out her name, and I'll send her an apology or.
Yeah, I wouldn't call her. You'll scare her.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to scare you, and I'm sorry. I was a little short. But it's first thing in the morning, and we're just getting it together, and you know how I am.
Yeah.
But she doesn't.
Again, you can't treat everybody like you treat me.
Oh, shut up. I can too. You call right now, and I'll tell you to shut up. I don't care who you are.
Gary, Bill, and Gina on X96 Radio from Hell.
All right. We got Boner Fight coming up in just a bit. 9:25. Decide who Boner of the Day is right there. But first, a little bit of news. I'd say more than a little bit. I'd say a decent...
a skosh?
Not a large helping. Not like a tapas kind of helping.
Small plates?
Yeah. Of news. A small plate of news.
Okay. Could I have some Brussels sprouts with that? I love those.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. Brought to you by...
Outperforming the others, Performance Toyota Bountiful sees the amazing specials on all remaining 2017s at toyotabountiful.com, putting a smile on your face every day. Performance Toyota Bountiful.
Well, let's see. Gina, a story for you.
Yes?
Michigan police say that A body found on Tuesday has been identified as a woman named Teresa Lockhart.
Okay.
She'd been missing for 6 months. She's from Portage, Michigan, and had been missing since May. Her husband, Christopher Lockhart, was named as a person of interest after police say he was not cooperating with the investigation. On Tuesday, police say that Christopher, the husband, was found dead at his home. Police confirmed during a Wednesday press conference that he had hanged himself. He also left behind a message with a map showing where Teresa's body was.
Oh.
He admitted to killing her in the note on May 18th after he snapped during an argument. He snapped.
Why couldn't Josh Powell have done that?
Everybody knows, you know, when you're in an argument, sometimes you might snap. You might. It took deputies in Allegan County just a few hours to find Teresa's body because he was a very good map maker. As to the note found in Lockhart's home, not only did it contain a hand-drawn map, but it also contained a written confession by the husband. Yeah, speaking of that, Josh Powell, a private investigator working with the parents of missing West Valley woman Susan Cox Powell, said a Utah company attempting to decrypt a hard drive belonging to the woman's husband, Josh, suspected of killing her, has made progress but still has a long way to go. Windquist Investigations is collaborating with Utah-based Decipher Forensics to try and gain access to a copy of one of Josh Powell's hard drives. They started running software 4 years ago and just recently managed to break through the first 2 levels of encryption. However, private investigator Rose Windquist said that they are in need of more resources to devote to that effort. They are now reaching out to Amazon, hoping that Amazon will use its cloud computing platform to speed up the process. We're hoping to find Susan and possibly get others charged with an accessory to her murder. The cloud is our only hope, Windquist posted on Facebook. Windquist said Josh Powell used software called TrueCrypt on the drive in question. She concedes there might not be any information on the drive at all.
Sure there is. There's the emails between him and his dad where they say, "What? I killed my wife. What do I do with the body? I'll come help you." Those emails are on there.
Have you put that in an envelope? That prediction? Is that in an envelope?
No, it should be.
Your predictive envelopes?
It should be.
Anyway, that's what they're hoping, that it's there. And you know, and who knows even if they can break the encryption.
That would be quite the yeah.
So I read this story and I thought, oh really? Come on. But Carrie kind of pointed out to me, and I went, yep, that's right. And here's what I'm talking about.
Which one?
Kellogg's.
Yes.
Has served up, and I don't. If we have x96.com/live, we'll see if we have a copy of the picture. Kellogg's has served up several spoonfuls of shame for a cereal box cartoon.
I don't know spoonfuls of shame. Is that a?
It's a band at the Warped Tour.
No, it's a cereal. And there's a prize inside.
Well, all cereals are spoonfuls of shame.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the box featured a bunch of it's corn pops.
Yeah, the little yellow corn pops.
And I used to love that when they called it sugar corn pops.
It's just like eating packing peanuts.
But they're sweet packing.
Well, sugar-coated packing
peanuts. So it's sort of cereals that were favorites of mine. That was certainly among them. Corn pops, and they're little characters. They're little. They've put little leg. Here they are.
See, they're corn pops with faces,
legs and faces, and they're in a mall.
Okay.
And it's on the box of cereal, and then there's one corn pop that's scrubbing the floor, and it's obviously the janitor, and it's the only one that has darker skin. See him down there in the blue?
See, they're all yellow,
except for him. He's brown. He's the janitor, so he's brown. And I thought, oh, come on, really? Is that it? And Carrie said, no, really? Think about it. They're all light-skinned except him. I went, yeah, you're right. That's racist.
On the other side, he's the only one with clothes.
Well, he has some decency.
And a job.
and a job. So there's two positives.
Well,
but
Gina, you are
Clothes and a
pretending.
job.
Gina, you're pretending to know the lives of every single one of those pops. Some of them are missionaries. Some of them work in industry. You don't know.
There's a juggler right there.
He's a very talented juggler.
He's making money there, juggling.
One's an extreme skateboarder.
I didn't look at these closely.
But yeah, they're all yellow and they're all doing different things, and
that one's drunk.
they're all anthropomorphized corn pops.
Look at him, he's drunk.
Well, you know, he's getting soggy.
Oh wait, here's a
He's
scuba
getting
diver.
soggy.
This is a scuba diver.
Yeah, well, see, the one with the straw, he's getting soggy. That's what pops call getting drunk.
I'm gonna start using that for drinking. Getting
soggy.
This one has for some reason has an L on his shirt.
He's a loser.
No, it's Laverne. You're assuming it's a male.
It's Laverne.
Where's Shirley?
Shirley didn't wear an S on her shirt. It's Laverne.
It was Laverne.
The steps all have names or words on them, but I can't make them out.
So, but
anyway.
it's the only non-yellow one there. It's a brownish.
Yeah.
So it's clearly
yeah.
it's racist. It's
The Kellogg's company has responded and saying, you know, we're sorry.
I mean,
it is
the whole box.
Yeah.
Is the back of the box is covered with these little characters, and he's the only one.
He said we didn't. I guess we just didn't think about it closely enough.
Yeah.
And we're sorry. We'll fix it. Yes. And they're going to make them all black. All right. Anything else?
Weather?
Nice. We'll be in the low to mid 60s for the next few days. So Halloween so far is looking good.
All right.
It's Boner Fight with Radio from Hell on X96.
There we go.
I was hoping it was going to snow on Halloween.
Why?
Because
so the kids will know what we went through.
In my day,
They'll
I had to
all
wear my
stay home.
parka on Halloween
No,
over my costume.
I want them to all stay home because I hate Halloween. I'm the Grinch of Halloween. Here's the boner candidates. Boner fight. This is the candidate from round 1 going up against the candidate from round 2. Boner candidate number 1 is, bro, he's black. Funniest thing ever. Sorority girl bragging about slapping one of the pledges at her sorority for kissing a black man. And going up against another racist one. Boner candidate number 2, happy racist Halloween. School investigating photos of teenagers at their school in KKK outfits doing Nazi salutes and saying happy Halloween effers. So that's number 2.
You got to decide which of these two is the worst. Which of these two deserves to be boner of the day? 1 or 2, put the number of the candidate that you think should win in the message of a text. Text that to 33986. Pretty easy. Another way to vote is on the phone, 877-602-9696. Or you can go to x96.com, look for the box that says Boner Fight October 26, and vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh. It should appear. All right. 4.5 minutes, that's all you got. Boner of the day. Vote now. Here we go. It's Boner Fight.
The music starts at 10 with a 1-hour nonstop music wingding on X96.
Wendy's new chicken tenders are perfectly tender and crisp. And Wendy's new side of...
I made a big mistake. Well, I didn't. It had to be done at some point. I haven't gotten on the scale, weighed myself, that is, since. So I had some back surgery to relieve some pressure on, excuse me, on the nerves in my back, and that has made it difficult for me to. Well, it's made it impossible for me to do any exercise. And I exercise a lot, usually.
Uh-huh.
And then I went on vacation.
Well, sure.
And
you don't ever weigh yourself after vacation.
And you always put on a little weight on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So a lack of exercise for a month, and then going on vacation for however many days to Hawaii, which involved a lot of
pineapple, drinking.
a lot of
empty calories.
Empty calories. Thank you. That would you please? Damn it, Gina. Could you start with the euphemisms? Would you not zero right in on the problem? Start with the euphemisms. I mean, I say, oh, is Aunt Flo here? You know, I don't say what, John the Rag. You having a period?
You're trying to be funny.
Start with the euphemisms, please.
Before the reality.
Yeah, don't let the reality just don't smack me in the face with it, please. So, 10 pounds since the last time I weighed myself.
So in a month you've gained 10.
I think I'd have to look and see when that surgery
You don't
was.
look like you've gained 10 pounds.
Oh, I sure feel like it. And I don't. Really? No?
You look fine.
I think you always say that though. Because I don't know, why does she always say that? Because I don't think it's true.
I'm sorry, I was chasing down things that we have to take care of here. I'm, trying to fix the show. That's all.
She always says, you look fine. I think you say that either because you don't really look at me or at people. Because I look at you, and I wouldn't say that about you.
I didn't ask your opinion on how I look or how much weight I gained on my vacation.
I didn't ask yours either. You just offered it. I didn't ask your opinion.
Okay, I won't say you look fine. I start out saying something nice when I get in trouble for that.
I don't think I look. I think you can tell I've put on 10 pounds. Can't you, Carrie?
Gina, watch and learn. Really?
Can you tell that I put on 10 pounds?
You hide it well.
But you can tell, can't you?
No.
You can't?
No. I also don't look at you very closely.
I believe that.
It's true. I don't look at anybody very closely.
I know.
I keep my head down. I do my job. I get out.
I look at people too closely.
Yeah, would you quit looking at me so closely?
I'm sorry, how's your eye?
It's better.
Is it really? That's what you said. That's what you said when it wasn't.
But now it's just crusty, not puffy.
What did your husband say now that he's seen you? Did he, when he got home and looked at it, did he go, my God, why didn't you go to the doctor?
No, he's still saying it's fine, so it's fine. It's scabby.
I think that if you had FaceTimed him,
yeah,
he would have looked at it and went, "Oh God,
yeah,
Boots,
no,
get in there."
He was with me all weekend, and it was fine.
But so again, he doesn't look at you very closely. He just keeps his head down and does his job when he's with you.
Exactly.
Which I'm glad that he doesn't notice I've gained weight.
No,
so
he just keeps his head down and does his job.
Longest running morning show in Utah. That doesn't necessarily mean it's good, but I mean, come on. We'll take what we can get. X96.
Okay. Again, I just don't.
Don't let it get to you, Carrie.
It's just that it's sanctioned. It's sanctioned.
I know. Just try not to let his snide, awful attitude bother you. He'll get his. Don't worry.
Oh well, he'll get his. All right. Yeah. Time to award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by a chicken, broccoli, and cashew nut stir fry with brown rice.
And looking for a stress-free place for your holiday or birthday parties? Go to Fat Cats. Great food, bowling, glow-in-the-dark mini golf, arcade prizes, fun for all ages. Fat Cats will work with you to customize the most entertaining party. Book today. Visit fatcatsfun.com.
So, number one, bro, he's black, funniest thing ever. Sorority sister. Sorority member talking about one of the pledges who kissed a black person, a black man, and so she slapped her. Oh, so funny, man. And boner candidate number 2, happy racist Halloween. High school students dressing up in KKK uniforms for Halloween, giving the Nazi salute. So I don't know how you decide, but apparently
somebody decided because you voted.
5 of you thought that boner candidate number 2 was worse than number 1. So by 5 votes, it's number 2, happy racist Halloween.
All right, that is Boner of the Day for Thursday. It will now be in competition for Boner of the Week. That happens tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
About this time.
I've been waiting for Friday, I'll tell you.
Amen.
So I...
yes?
I don't know. I'm going to try and make this a sort of a regular thing, but I've... those unboxing videos, they're very, very popular. And so there's a new... it's at x96.com, and I don't know, is it still on the front page? Or I saw it was there this morning.
Let me look.
I'm going to do a series of unboxing videos, and Dylan did a little nice little graphic for it, a little animated graphic, and it's just me, and I'm going to unbox certain things, and so the first one is there today.
What are you unboxing?
A banana. A banana.
Banana's not in a... Is it a banana in a box?
No.
A boxed banana?
Well, it's maybe it's I'm unpackaging it. Bananas come in their own package,
Nature's package?
Nature's package.
I got Nature's package right here.
And it's like a banana. Are you just glad to see me?
There you go.
But I explain there are various parts of the banana that you may not know. I explain what those are.
There's a stringy part that irritates me.
And then there's a good way to unpackage or unbox a banana, not the way most people do it.
The surprise bruises, because you think
this is a wonderful banana though. There are no bruises
I hate
on this
the surprise bruise.
I do
when
too.
on the outside it looks fine, and then you open it and.
Well, you can if you have a bruised banana, you pay for it.
It's a wonderful banana. It's a great banana. People are saying, and I am hearing, that it could be the best banana that ever existed.
Top banana? Is it the top banana?
It could be the top banana. And I know I'm smart. As you can see, I'm pointing at my head. That indicates my smartness.
So, but I think you'll be surprised. There is a better way to unbox a banana.
I've only heard about that way, and I've never seen it done.
It's right there on video.
So this will be an opportunity.
It works very well.
I look for a learning experience where I can find it.
And that's how I intend these boxing videos. I'm see how long I can do it before I run out of gas on this one.
Do you eat the banana at the end?
That's a surprise. I'm not going to give away the end. It's only 2 minutes or 3 minutes long, so it's not like it's a huge commitment to go watch me, Bill, unbox a banana.
I guess we're going to start doing more little videos like that.
I hope it was kind of fun to do it.
If you have any ideas.
Stuff you want to see us do on video?
No, I'm not asking for that kind of input.
I want to see you eat chickens.
Not
Live
like that.
chickens.
Not like that. But if it's something that a suggestion.
Yeah, go ahead and keep those to yourself, and we'll be very...
there may be a good idea.
Well, there might be.
Yeah.
I think it's always kind of dangerous to throw that sort of thing out there.
I mean, people have wanted to see my toy room / studio.
You did that one time, and it's nice. And it's changed since you did it a long time ago.
Yeah. And really, if you want to see a lot of the toy room, if you just go to geekshowpodcast.com, the pictures that I put up for every episode, especially the past year, have just been pictures of my toy shelves and things.
But then I have to piece those together to see what the whole room looks. I want a video shot of the whole room.
Well, if you go to our YouTube channel, you can watch us doing episodes, so you can kind of see, that's where that is, So there's that. I don't know. We'll get some.
I'm sure Gina will get right on it and do some stuff too, like she has with her podcast.
Tonight, this evening, after we see Thor, because we got a Don't You Know Who I Am screening of it this afternoon.
And you say we.
Me and the Geek Show guys, we're going to shoot a video in the lobby of the theater where we
Instant
review. And we're going to throw that on the web somewhere at some point.
Hey, you'll review it here for us.
Now, hang on. I'm changing the subject.
What?
You know, if you guys took out racism, you'd have no boners.
No, those were just 2 of the 6 candidates we had today.
We've been racism heavy lately. We have been.
The nation has been racism heavy lately.
You have racism fatigue?
Yes.
I'm telling you, no Politics Thursday would include racism.
Why? So you're saying get rid of the politics and just do racism?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No,
That's what it sounded like you were saying.
I would say I would throw racism in the politics category and...
I'd like to see videos of you guys driving with episodes of road rage.
There is one available of me. It's in Delightful Water Universe. I'm having road rage in a scene.
Oh, but that's acting.
In a scene in
No,
that
they
movie.
want actual real-time road rage.
I don't do road rage.
I almost had parking lot rage yesterday.
Really? You want to tell us about it coming up?
Okay.
All right. Okay.
It's a quick story, but...
Parking lot rage coming up.
Yeah. You don't want to get into these kind of fights out on the freeway. If somebody knock one of your teeth out, then you'd have to go to see Dr. Kelly Carroll at Brighton Family Dental.
And he'd say, well, that was stupid of you.
Yeah, but I can fix it.
Luckily, I'm just going to see him for a cleaning next week. Luckily, that's all.
Dr. Carroll is a great dentist. He and his co-dentist, Dr. Melissa Jenkins, they are the best, and they pride themselves really on being able to handle any dental problem, from dental emergencies to just to cosmetic dentistry, and then just
or your basic maintenance.
Yeah, exactly. So since they've been there since 1986 in the Fort Union area, and listen, a lot of you have dentists you don't like.
Well, but he's been my dentist for a long time.
He was my family dentist.
You know,
it doesn't matter.
It's easy to break up with your dentist, and it is possible to do.
Yeah, you just don't call them and then never answer any of their calls.
You ghost them. It's easy. You just call Dr. Carroll and sign up.
So Dr. Kelly Carroll, we recommend him highly at Brighton Family Dental. His phone number to make an appointment, 801-943-2020.
The X96 Toyota Nightmare Before Xmas is coming.
Don't miss Dashboard Confessional December 4th at...
Somebody sent a picture, tweeted a picture of, I was talking earlier about my strange gum obsession when I was a little kid. And I liked to get under the tables at restaurants, and I would take gum from under the table, already chewed gum, and I would chew it. And I also liked the way the gum looked underneath the table, the restaurant table. It was pretty. It was kind of like a abstract art. And somebody sent a picture, Kara Jane Prower sent this picture of this gum wall.
I've seen the gum wall.
Well, and I was going to say, why didn't you bring this up? Because I remember you talking about this. It's in Portland.
Portland. Like a whole alleyway that's just covered in gum.
Yeah.
I don't know how it started.
Didn't occur to you to bring that up when we were talking about it before.
No, I forgot about it until she.
Is this the one? Is this it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It is like an entire alleyway. It's cool looking.
Yeah.
You would love it. You
Yeah.
should make a pilgrimage.
So this just shows you why I thought that looked so cool when I was a kid.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
We get a picture frame, no picture, and we set it up somewhere, and every morning you put your gum there.
Well, it's just the same kind of gum all the time.
Then there's the challenge. You'll have to switch up gums.
I'm sorry, it's Seattle. It's not
Seattle.
Portland,
Seattle?
it's Seattle.
Okay. Maybe we should have a gum. I think this is a good idea. Let's have a gum picture frame in here and invite guests when they come here if they're chewing gum, or let's just say anytime Richie invites a guest to come to the studio, say, and we'd like you to be chewing gum to add to our gum frame.
Yeah.
And we'll make a piece of gum art.
Yeah, but then are you going to be tempted to?
No, I'm over that. I'm over that obsession where
You won't try to pull the gum off and eat it. No.
But I think it'd be nice to have a piece of gum art.
What color of gum is this? Not even aware. It's blue. Okay, so my contributions would be blue.
Well, does it stay blue after you're done chewing it?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of gum is it?
Orbit? You like the Orbit?
That 5 gum?
Oh, 5.
Yeah.
No, I only bought Orbit because it was at Costco.
Yeah, that's why.
And now they carry the 5 gum.
I chew the Orbit that I get it at Costco.
And this is cobalt flavored. I have no idea what that is.
What does a cobalt taste like?
Minty.
See, there's the gum I was chewing.
That's
earlier.
kind,
It's kind
of green, but
pale,
not really.
pale green.
Yeah.
Pale green. Smells so good.
All right, there you go.
Gum fetishist.
So is there some? Well, you're kind of handy, Carrie. Maybe you could make the frame.
I'm busy.
Carrie's redoing his house.
I'm busy with the basement thing. All right, 9:48. So parking lot rage?
What did you get into, a fisticuffs?
No, but has this ever happened to you? So I spent my day shuttling kids around yesterday like I do. And I'm waiting in the parking lot for my daughter, Jonesy, to get out of dance class. So I'm sitting in my car.
Yes.
Quietly sitting in my car. My car's not running.
I applaud you for that.
There's sort of tinted windows in my car.
Are you meditating?
Trying.
You were sleeping, weren't you?
Maybe. And I feel something hit my car.
Ooh.
Something hit it. Where? Did you know where it hit?
Yes, the side of it.
On the side where you're sitting?
Passenger side.
Okay.
I saw the driver of that car just throw open their door and hit my car.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. I've actually done that accidentally to somebody.
And I bet if you've done that, you stopped and I wonder if I hurt the car. Nope, this woman she didn't know I was in my car. Funk.
Yeah. No, that's.
And I wonder how often that happens, that people do that.
Yeah,
and
all the time.
What?
Did it do any damage?
Yeah. Did it do no damage?
No it wasn't the damage, and I obviously didn't say anything to her, but it just made me go, really? Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked after she walked away. I'm like, am I parked too far?
Am I
within the line? I was within the lines.
They when I did that to somebody, I just remember this. It was at Trolley when we parked in that there, and I remember they were in their car, and I was, I got out, and I accidentally, and it hit pretty hard, and I don't think it did. As I recall, it didn't do anything, but, and I went, oh God, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know how. I said, I'm not sure how that happened. I'm sorry. And that person just went off on me. Like, I was the worst criminal on the planet.
No, this woman didn't even look. Like, it makes me think she does this regularly.
Yeah.
Flunk, get up, walk. Really? You're not even going to look and see if you...
Now, if you had the sort of mindset that as soon as it happened, if you'd have just started honking...
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I'd
would have
thought of
scared her.
that.
Yeah.
And then, quickly roll down the window and go, really?
See, I probably would have hit the horn just once and rolled down the window and said, "Way to go!" But if it didn't do any damage, I guess.
No, it just...
It really chapped your hide, didn't it?
At the time, I'm like, really? You're not even gonna... I get that it's an accident, but you'd think there would have been like a wince or a... Oh.
Here's the thing about parking lots is that I realize if I get into a sort of fender bender or altercation of some kind, it's going to happen in a parking lot. Because parking lots are the place where people go to not think.
Mm-hmm.
And how many times have you been driving in the parking lot, where the cars are going, and there's somebody walking down the middle
More go to the side
of that lane. They won't get to the side and walk by the cars. They're walking down the middle of the lane where the cars are.
We would have to ask an insurance company and or Sean Hogan.
Yeah.
But I bet you more accidents happen in parking lots than happen out on the road.
Because I told my wife, if I ever get backed into or something, I can tell you where it will be. It will be the parking lot outside of my dog groomer. Because the people that go to that it's a little strip mall kind of a thing, the people who park there and go to the stores around there just don't think and don't care.
Yeah, parking lots, they're horrible, and people get into fights in parking lots over driving. Now, I was just wondering back, so you were so mad about that at the time. So I was wondering, when your husband got home from work, what did you unload on him first? That or political stuff? The poor man. Let me add, the poor man.
He was spared last night because last night was a late night. He gets 2 late nights a week, where he
gets 2 late nights a week.
He gets 2 late nights at work a week, where he works till
where he claims that he's working
8
until
o'clock,
8 o'clock,
and then he goes for sushi by himself.
This is what he's told you over the years.
I don't know. I'm in sleep when he gets home.
This is what he's told you over the years, that he's staying late at work and then going for sushi by himself.
Yeah,
that's homework night at the other family's house.
That's what it is.
I got to help you kids with the homework.
Hi.
Well,
and nobody unloads on me about politics here.
Tuesday night. Let's see. Same thing happened to me yesterday. I was closer to the line between her and I than the other car, but this woman pulled into the last stall and could have been further away from my brand new truck.
Well, and parking lots themselves, most of them, and I don't remember when they did this, but they started making the parking spaces smaller. Some of it had to, I think as I recall reading about this somewhere, some of it had to do with the fact that when gasoline was very, very expensive, people downsized their cars. They kind of started driving, people started driving smaller cars. So people in the parking lots went, aha! We can make the stalls small. Well, now people are driving big cars again, a lot of them. And it's horrible.
Cement Dave here. My wife works insurance. There may be more accidents in parking lots, but they're so minor that they don't get reported. Ah.
That's probably true.
So that's where you'd want to talk to Sean Hogan.
Yeah. How did this happen? I was in a parking lot.
Yeah.
I just sort of suspect that there are so many accidents in parking lots.
If you're walking in a parking lot, going to the store or to your car, walk by the cars. Don't walk down the middle of where the cars are driving.
Even if you think no one is coming, eventually someone will.
It could be one of those hybrid cars behind you, and you don't hear the engine.
Okay, Atropos is scaring me.
What now?
Well, he's found your original incident, Bill, August 22nd, 2006.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Bill wondered if people thought he'd been a jerk. He parked in the upper parking lot at Trolley Corners next to another car. He was well inside the lines, and the other car was not. As he opened his car door, he accidentally bounced off the other car's mirror. The woman inside the car yelled, "Hello, that's my car."
Yep, that's right. That's exactly it.
Bill yelled back, "Hello, it's my car too."
I did. I yelled, "Hello, it's my car too." You know, maybe there's damage to my car because you're parked like an idiot. That's right.
Atropos is scary.
Yep.
Way to go.
I mean that in a good way, of course.
Let's do the promo. Go.
On Friday's Radio from Hell show.
At 7, we will answer your meh question of the week. Send those to radiofromhell@x96.com. Also, be sure to call at 7:45 for Hello, Yeah, What, our open phone segment where you, the listener, can talk to us about anything.
And then at 9, we'll have a live performance by one of our favorite local bands, the Aces. And 9:30, the singer of the band Butcher Babies and our former intern Heidi Shepard will be calling in.
That's all on Friday's Radio from Hell show on X96. It's all girl rock stars. So.
Well, it's the girl rock star hour. Tomorrow at 9, it looks
the
like.
Aces, you've heard play their song,
Well,
but
they've been here, haven't they?
Yeah.
I was just going to say they played acoustically here. That wasn't on the air. That was just for fun.
Out in the lobby, just for
they're,
fun. Yeah.
They're awesome.
They're really good.
Acoustically. So.
Yeah. All right, I think we're good. Are we done?
Mike Mitchell, the eye doctor, said the worst parking lot is at the eye doctor.
Well,
because nobody could see.
My eyes have been dilated.
It would
God,
be.
no kidding.
It would be, wouldn't it?
I don't understand how. I got to go to the eye doctor next week, and I don't understand how they let me drive home after they dilate my eyes like that. It's just. I mean, I do it, but geez.
Well, if you'd have had a drink, then that's different.
Well, yeah.
You know, one beer, that's different than dilated eyes because, evil.
Yeah.
All right. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Bring back No Politics Thursday.
John Smith is next.
A 1-hour nonstop music wingding starts now.